Live on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Zelmo's Fin, Country Inn and Suites, Connecticut Credit Union, and Coke, Pepsi Cola, and PD Broadcasting. Now let's head to the Harley broadcast booth for the start of the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. Enjoy the voice of Dragons, Zach DeBozart.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas. Welcome into the Civic Center, everybody. For the first time this season, your River Dragons are at home. And who's a better opponent to open the 21-20 schedule with one of the returning veterans who helped win that Ignite Cup championship? It's number 8, MJ Graham. MJ Graham on Inside the Lair, up next on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
All November long, Fort Benning Harley-Davidson is getting you some bang with your bike. Buy a pre-owned Harley-Davidson, get a $1,000 gift card to Shooters. Our showroom is locked and loaded with over 100 used Harleys in stock. So buy your perfect pre-owned Harley-Davidson and get a $1,000 gift card to Shooters. All November long, get some bang with your bike from Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Williams Road in Columbus. FortBenningHD.com.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo's Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Your career path is not a game, and when you spend 1/3 to 1/2 of your life working, you should love what you do. If your job isn't working for you, then we want you working with us. We have an entire group of radio stations and digital platforms, and we're looking for experienced account media consultants to help clients develop new ideas. You could be their go-to marketing person, utilizing traditional media, digital media, and social media. If interested, send your cover letter and resume to jobs@pmbradio.com. That's jobs@pmbradio.com. PMB Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. It's now time for Inside the Lair, and today our guest is a returning vet, number 8, MJ Graham. MJ, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
So, MJ, we're getting back into this building. Obviously, last time the River Dragons played a game in this building, it was a fun night, a lot of celebration, but it's the start of a new season. How do you, what's your mindset coming into today's game?
You know, it's a banner raising. It was great last year to win the championship. It's a new year. We got a new group of guys and a new goal accomplished to go back-to-back this year.
So when you look at that team from last year, now you look at this team this year, obviously it's very different. There might be some similarities, might be some differences, but what do you think right now is the biggest strength of this team, what you've seen in a couple of games?
I think we have a lot of talent up front offensively. We've got a lot of veteran guys, and we have also a lot of rookies that can learn from us, and we can learn from them as well. Being a good core group of guys, and also like just the group's meshing well together, I guess, in the first 2 weeks, I would say.
Talking about going from, last season to this season, how was your off season? Obviously, we got a little glimpse into your life, and you spent some time with the Pensacola Ice Flyers before the season too. What was that like for you, getting you prepped for this upcoming Fed season?
Back home was good. It was a lot of training, hockey, good to see friends and family, and then it was a nice vacation down in Pensacola. They got some really nice beaches, and it was good to work hard with that group of guys. Great group of guys, great coach and Rod, and I wish them the best of luck going forward. But now the focus is on the Columbus River Dragons and our club and winning a championship.
It seemed like it was wild when you looked at the Pensacola roster. It seemed like half River Dragons at times. You had you'd Seth Enser, Preston Kugler, guys who were your teammates, David Aslan too. You're obviously very familiar with. So that was a pretty good core they had there, right?
Oh yeah, a lot of familiar faces in that room. Easy to walk into. Great group of guys, but we got a better group of guys in here, and I'm looking forward to working with them and putting that in the past and looking towards the future and today and getting the W.
Well, you're right. Now we're focusing ahead for the River Dragons season and for the Carolina Thunderbirds coming into town for 2 games. We know it's a banner-raising ceremony. We know the crowd's going to be very hyped for it. What do you as a player and maybe the team have to do to maybe stem some of those emotions? Because it feels like we hear a lot how when teams have some sort of ceremony before, they seem to come out flat or just something doesn't seem to go right. How do you manage that and try to treat this as just like any other game?
I think the guys who were part of that last year will have a bit of different emotion than the newer guys. But basically, just stay focused on the task at hand. Forget about all the light shows and everything. That's great for the fans and everyone, and it's going to be an awesome ceremony. But at the end of the day, we're playing a hockey game just like any other day. Or any other game, I should say. So we just stay focused on that and not get off track and with the ceremony amusements, per se.
Yeah, no, I get you for sure. And you know what? When you look at it too, these are 2 teams that are very hungry. Obviously, we only took 1 point out of 6 from Port Huron, but the Thunderbirds, they got swept in their home building against Watertown last weekend. Both these teams coming down, looking to reverse course a little bit. It's going to be a slugfest out there, isn't it?
Oh yeah. There's some bad blood between these 2 teams, the River Dragons and the Carolina. We don't like them. I don't think they like us, and they're not going to like us after today and tomorrow for sure. So it's a good rivalry, and we got the better team, so I'm forward to putting on a show. I guess we are all forward to put on a show in front of our home crowd. It's been a while, and I'm just excited, man.
Should be a lot of fun before we get you out of here. Any message to the fans before we get you on the ice?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for all the fans for supporting us last season and in the off season and this upcoming season. I also like to take this chance to thank all the veterans that serve us and all the police force and everything. You do a tremendous job. I know Veterans Day was yesterday, but this game goes out to you guys. Thank you.
Thanks so much, MJ. Good luck out there.
Thanks.
MJ Graham on Inside the Lair. Stick around. More Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
At Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, serve with big smiles at great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
It's the greatest way to kick off the holidays and the perfect place to do it. The holiday extravaganza at the Flower Cart, Saturday, November 13th from 9 to 3. There'll be tons of sales plus snacks and sips, so shop away and get a jump on pre-Black Friday specials and book your custom designed Christmas decor wreaths, garlands, and table designs so they'll be ready before you need them. Grab Christmas gifts while the selection is great at the Flower Cart and shop the holiday collection in the boutique for your upcoming parties and events. Saturday, November 13th from 9 to 3 at the Flower Cart, Stadium Plaza, Phoenix City.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Columbus, Georgia, where the River Dragons are starting up the home portion of their 21-22 regular season. I'm Zach DeBozart, and we got a special guest for at least the first period, but we think a couple other times throughout the season you'll be hearing from this very familiar voice here on the radio network. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike V. Mike, how are we doing?
I'm doing absolutely fine, and I can tell you that all the days to come for an opening, there's nothing better than a banner raising ceremony. So I picked probably the best day to start a season off is when you lift up that banner.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a fun day here in the Civic Center. Got the banner raising ceremony, as Mike said. Crowd is still filing in. You can still get on down here to the Civic Center. Civic Center box office is open. Of course, tickets as always are on Ticketmaster. As the crowd files in, River Dragons, Thunderbirds, it's very exciting. It's going to be a good time here. And Mike, I don't know how much you've been able to follow the River Dragons since the team's been around, but because of the way the league is, these two being the southernmost teams, they don't like each other very much. I'm not sure if you heard.
No, I mean, you got to tap somebody on the shoulder and let them know that you're there. And I'm certainly anticipating from both directions. The River Dragons are going to let Carolina know who's the boss. But the one thing about winning a championship is one thing, and a lot of people will say this. Winning a championship is one thing. Repeating as a champion, it is just, it's extremely hard. And so you have a target on your back, and you kind of, I guess, combine that with the rivalry that Carolina has. I've watched some videos of Carolina and Columbus going at it, and I'll tell you what, you guys don't lack anything in the fisticuffs department, that's for sure, in the hard hitting. But the one thing you're going to have all season with every team out there, you're the champs, and they want to take you down.
Yes, sir, that is very true. And you know what? It's such a unique set of circumstances, obviously, because of the Ignite Cup Championship and only a 4-team season, where this year's now 7. I mean, a lot of people, because of the situation in the world, went through a lot of tumultuousness in sports leagues and of themselves. But the Fed has persevered, it has survived, and it's set up to have a very entertaining season. And for the River Dragons kicking this one off at home, can't ask for much more than your natural rival here in your home barn. So
no, absolutely not. And of course, last weekend with very close games, losing them both 3-2, one in overtime on the road. It's guys are hungry. They want to win. They want to get on that win column, and they're in front of their friendly confines of the home ice advantage. So hopefully that'll be a 2-point night for the River Dragons.
Well, both these teams are going to be hungry because not only the River Dragons lose both, but did take a point, as you mentioned, with the overtime loss in Port Huron. Carolina got swept. All 6 points went to Watertown last weekend in the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. The Thunderbirds are going to be hungry. The River Dragons are going to be hungry, trying to play in front of a very loud crowd here at the Civic Center. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we got a lot of roster moves to tell you about on the Columbus side of things. We'll see where starting lineups are, get you those stats and informations, and a whole lot more as the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show rolls on after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Your career path is not a game, and when you spend 1/3 to 1/2 of your life working, you should love what you do. If your job isn't working for you, then we want you working with us. We have an entire group of radio stations and digital platforms, and we're looking for experienced account media consultants to help clients develop new ideas. You could be their go-to marketing person, utilizing traditional media, digital media, and social media. If interested, send your cover letter and resume to jobs@pmbradio.com. That's jobs@pmbradio.com. PMB Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
Back here in the Columbus Civic Center on the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. And we are getting ready for the River Dragons and the Carolina Thunderbirds, getting ready to do battle for the first of 5 times in a row over the next 2.5 weeks. Man, this is going to be a playoff series within the regular season, it feels like, with that level of intensity. And both teams have really armed themselves up for this series. First, we take a look at the Thunderbirds side of things. Couple of signings to mention for them. A couple of former River Dragons actually playing now in Carolina Red as of recently. Number 11, Dylan Farmer, was just signed today, and Vaughn Clouston was one of a 3 set of signings that Carolina made on Wednesday in advance of this series. The River Dragons have made moves in kind because of injuries and a couple of guys shifting up and down the roster with active and taxi squad. Brad Nolan is among those that have been signed. He's a former Thunderbird. Also, somebody you might recognize, Mr. Mike V, Tom Maldonado. He draws into the lineup tonight as well for the River Dragons.
Tom is just a savvy defenseman. He was our power play specialist back when he was with the Cottonmouths. And Tom Maldonado brings a lot to the table, but more importantly, I just think straight experience on the blue line.
Paul Frigeau and Bailey McBurney were also signed and will be available for Jerome Bichard's lineup tonight. We still do not have the lineup cards yet up here in the press box, but when we do, we will get them to you as soon as we possibly can. The Thunderbirds come into this game with a 2-2 record. Again, that 2-game losing streak, lost both to Watertown in the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. Now this is their first road test of the season after sweeping Delaware and being swept by Watertown at home. The River Dragons, obviously their first home game of the season, identical 3-2 losses, one though in overtime, gives the River Dragons a point and has them sitting currently in 6th in the 7-team FPHL. We do anticipate it'll be Jared Rutledge getting the start tonight for Columbus. We do not yet know for Carolina if it will be Nick Modica or Chris Paulin, a couple of guys with identical 1-1 records and have been mainstays in the Carolina lineups as of recently, but now under a new regime in head coach Garrett Rutledge, no relation to goaltender Jared, for Carolina. It should be interesting to see what this new look Thunderbirds team is like. We take a quick peek on the Zelmo Zip-In around the FPHL. Tell you about the 2 other games going on in the Fed tonight. Already underway in Port Huron. 7:05 puck drop between the Danbury Hat-Tricks and the Port Huron Prowlers. And at 7:30, same time as us here in Columbus, they drop the puck at Harrington, Delaware. The Binghamton Black Bears against the Delaware Thunder. Mike, we just got the lineups up here to us, but let's take a break. Let's sort these out, because of course they're not in numerical order. So let's figure out the scratches. We'll figure out the full set of lineups. And when we come back, we'll tell you about tonight's starting lineups after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. It's a radio network. It's a radio network. It's a radio network.
At Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, we can tell you that we have the largest selection of Harleys in Georgia, but you should really see for yourself. Our showroom is packed with a sea of motorcycles, over 100 Harleys to choose from. We've got a Harley for all size people and all size budgets. Good credit or bad, it's no problem. Come see why Fort Benning Harley-Davidson is the fastest growing dealer in Georgia. Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Williams Road in Columbus. FortBenningHD.com.
The benefits of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
Now is the best time to trade in and trade up to a new truck when you save thousands with 0.9% financing from Headquarter Nissan. We're so confident you'll love the Titan. If you come in and test drive one, then buy a different truck somewhere else, we'll pay you $300 cash. Trade in and trade up today. Columbus is a Nissan town. Headquarter Nissan. With approved credit plus tax, tag, title, and net of all rebates. Offers can be combined. See dealer for details.
You feel like you bought from the factory. Headquarter Nissan.
It's the greatest way to kick off the holidays and the perfect place to do it. The Holiday Extravaganza at the Flower Cart, Saturday, November 13th from 9 to 3. There'll be tons of sales plus snacks and sips, so shop away and get a jump on pre-Black Friday specials and book your custom-designed Christmas decor wreaths, garlands, and table designs so they'll be ready before you need them. Grab Christmas gifts while the selection is great at the Flower Cart and shop the holiday collection in the boutique for your upcoming parties and events. Saturday, November 13th from 9 to 3 at the Flower Cart, Stadium Plaza, Phoenix City.
We are back here in the Columbus Civic Center. Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show, and the starting lineups have been brought up to us here in press row. And of course, River Dragons lineups all season long are brought to you by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson. More on their $50K giveaway later on in tonight's broadcast. But time to take a look at the starting lineups. First in net, it will be number 1, Jared Rutledge. The defense in front of him, a couple of new guys. Number 27, Paul Frigeau, and number 24, Brad Nolan. In the forward line, Josh Petrantonio centering Austin Doe and Levi Armstrong. Mike, Jared Rutledge, again, no relation to Garrett Rutledge, the Carolina coach. Just steady as they come. He was our guy in the playoffs, and we'll see what he's got going here for the home opener.
Yeah, I mean, early stats on him, but 9.21 on the save percentage and a 2.92 goals against average. So early on the season, one game, but I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, he was in on that overtime loss. Not too much you could obviously do about that one, but you know what? He did play very well. And of course, you'd imagine just being the veteran guy he is, earning the start tonight here in the home opener. Carolina Thunderbirds over on the other side counter like this. Number 29, Nick Modica is in net. Modica out of Suffern, New York, a 1-1 record, .873 save percentage, and a 3.54 goals against. The defense in front of him, a couple of former River Dragons, number 20, Vaughn Clouston, and number 24, Yuri Peshtuka. And the forward lines, Gus Ford and Blake Peavy are on the wings. And how about former River Dragon Cameron Dimmitt? You think these two teams don't like each other? They know. They're sending some messages even in starting lineups. You got to love it.
Oh, yeah. And it is a very interesting thing to watch former players that go to a rivalry. And we'll see if they want to go ahead and create the rivalry a little more so. And you know as well as I do that these guys right here don't like each other. And I hope you didn't lose any money in Sharples on the bus and you owe the guy the money because he's going to be chasing you all night.
Oh, yeah. So here we go. We have got the full starting lineup being announced here. Let's take another break. When we come back, we close out tonight's Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
You can own the real thing. At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply.
Vectorply is a world leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Vectorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Vectorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Vectorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
We're back here at the Columbus Civic Center. The full lineup being announced to the crowd here as part of the opening night traditions here in Columbus. Tom Maldonado just got a very loud ovation from the crowd here in Columbus. Of course, the former Cottonmouth. And while we're on the topic of lineups, let's go ahead and tell you about the scratches for tonight's game. River Dragons, you can scratch number 26, Oleg Shapitsin, number 29, Jake Huss, and number 30, Sean Kuhn. That means new signing Bailey McBurney is the backup tonight for Jared Rutledge. Over on the other side of things for Carolina, scratch number 6, Brendan Logan, number 7, Chris Corrigan, and number 11, Brian Moore. A quick lineup note for everybody that might be playing along with us at home. Number 19, David Nicoletti, usually wears number 4, but with Cody Oakes being scratched, I guess the number 19 jersey was available and must have had a mishap or something with regards to that for the numbering. So David Nicoletti is in as number 19, and Dylan Farmer, the former River Dragon, is in at number 11. So we take a look here at the teams lined up, the River Dragons out there being announced to the crowd. And I tell you what, Mike, it's just fun. It's just one of those things, no matter how many years you're in, it's always fun to have a home opener and especially a banner raising.
No doubt about it. You have to realize that you get this banner that you raise in the air and it stays in here forever, as a la you take a look around the ring of the building. Once you have one in this building, you're remembered forever.
Of course, between Cottonmouth's retired numbers and Cottonmouth's championships that you were a part of, what, 1 or 2 of them, right?
Of the championships that we won, 3 of them. I was lucky, and I was in my rookie season, so to speak, in 97-98 when they won the Levens Cup championship in the Central Hockey League.
So there you go. Another banner will be added to the rafters momentarily. They are announcing the River Dragons that won the Ignite Cup, because obviously with how different things were, with so many teams not playing during the COVID year, Mike, the Federal Prospects Hockey League gets some of the best talent it had ever seen, but now with all those teams in upper leagues like the ECHL back in the fold, that has since removed that bottleneck, if you will. So really, there's only about 4 or 5 guys that were part of that Ignite Cup championship team, and they got recognized as being the last guys out. And of course, here's Jerome Boom Boom Bichard being announced to the crowd, along with team owner Jeff Krupp. It's just one of those things where, you know, it's really special for those guys especially because they were a part of it. For the new guys, MJ said it might not mean as much to them, but it means a lot to those guys who fought, who bled, who sweated it out for that championship last season.
I think if you're on that blue line right now when they're going to raise that banner, I think you lean over it and say, you know, this year you'll be able to be here next year when we raise the next one.
There you go. All right, that'll do it for tonight's Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. We're going to take a break. The banner raising ceremony will start up. You can see a little bit of it on YouTube, and we'll probably join right back into it. When we come back, we'll be all but ready for the Sun South John Deere first period after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show on 106.9 Really Rocks. The call of the game is just moments away after we pause for a short break on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
At Southern States Bank, the Common Sense Bank, we're a true community bank that supports the places we serve. Our people live, work, and play in your community. And you will find us cheering for the River Dragons right alongside you in the stands. With convenient locations throughout Alabama and Georgia, we're never too far away to handle any of your financial concerns. Call, click, or come by and see how we can help you make sense out of your banking. Visit us online at southernstatesbank.net. Southern States Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 410611.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragon's trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boil and bag seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
It's time for River Dragons hockey. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sun South John Deere, Houston Clinic, Burger King, West Georgia Oral and Facial Surgery, Country Inn and Suites, Buffalo Rock, Pepsi Cola, John Emerald Distilling, Wade Cleaners, and B&B Broadcasting. Now let's start the game with the voice of River Dragons hockey, Zach DeBozart.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas. For the first time this season, we can say it, it's hockey time on the Chattahoochee. Your Columbus River Dragons taking on the Carolina Thunderbirds. It's the first of 5 straight over the next 2.5 weeks, so buckle up and get used to seeing these two teams going at each other. It's set to get very feisty very early. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike Feet, joining us for the first period. Had some time. He was in the neighborhood, and I'm sure we're going to be hearing from him a little bit more on the network during the season. It's great to have you back, Mike, and obviously you've been a part of Columbus Championships. We're writing another one here in the building. It's just a special day in the Valley.
One thing that we started when I started in 97, 98, we were on this side, and they moved us on the far side over there. So I was always looking into the penalty box on my broadcast. Now I'm looking into the benches. And I'll be honest with you, this view I've always preferred. This is a great view because you get to see a lot more going on in the benches, and you kind of get a feel of how it's kind of working out there.
Yeah, and when things get really nuts, you can just see who's in the penalty box by looking at the numbers on the back.
Exactly.
When they start getting too full. Jared Rutledge mans the pipes. Over to our left, the River Dragons, dressed in red with the black secondaries, helmets, and pants, are going to go left to right across your radio dial in the Sun South John Deere first period. Over to our right, it's Nick Modica and the Thunderbirds dressed in their Carolina script whites with the black trim, red numbers, black helmets, and black pants. They are going to go right to left. Our ceremonial opening faceoff has been taken between the two captains, former teammates and good friends, Josh Petrantonio and Joe Cangelosi. Not good friends for the next 60 minutes, though, Mike.
Oh, they're always the bad guys.
PA announcer Dana Barker hyping up the crowd. Teams getting their final skates in. You could just feel the energy in this building. It's time to go.
You know, I'm looking at this crowd right here. Nice crowd for a Friday night. You get the competition you have in the South with high school football and football itself, college football. But a lot of fans showed up tonight, and that's a good sign for the River Dragons in days to come.
A shout out to all of our local high school football teams still alive in the Georgia and Alabama state playoffs, respectively. I know a good buddy of mine is very excited about those Central Red Devils, always so very strong. I know they got a good one coming up, too. We got a good one here. We've got Petrantonio. We have got Peavy, and the puck is down. We are underway in the Sun South John Deere first period. Thunderbirds have the puck to start. Behind the net, it's Vaughn Clouston. He gets checked there by Doe. Skating this one out of danger is Peavy. He takes a hit along the near boards. Now it stalls out in the neutral zone, and Levi Armstrong is dispossessed by Pashtuka. He played it back off him down the ice. No icing, and Rutledge will stop it at the side of his nets. Ooh, an awkward spill right there for Gus Ford, but he picks himself back up. That one could have been more dangerous had he hit the boards at a more weird angle. We play on, and the Thunderbirds have it in the neutral zone. Here's Cameron Dimmitt. He'll shoot that one in right in on Rutledge, and he will make an easy first save from 80 feet away, cover up, and take the whistle. 19:24 left in the Sun South John Deere first period. No score, Dragons and Thunderbirds.
You know, you talk about awkward spills. That did have the potential of, and you'd hate to see a guy 30 seconds into the season, and that's your season. That could have been very dangerous, and thank God it was avoided.
Face-off coming to the left of Rutledge. We've got Butita taking this one against Van Weinsberg. And Van Weinsberg will get the win for Columbus. A check put on there. That was against Noah Doyle. Still not out. Loose in the slot for a moment. And then Doyle was steady on the spot there to kick it away. Here's Jay Krupp up ahead, left wing. He stops up at the point. Krupp pass across the line. Noah Doyle steps in, fires, and a save made Modica. Rebound loose for a moment, and Modica will find it. MJ Graham and some pushing and shoving, and it didn't take long for these two teams to start a little clan meeting. 19:02 left to go in the first. We're not even a minute into this game. And we've already got the fireworks going. Modica made the save, bobbled it a bit. MJ Graham trying to go at it. Thunderbirds obviously don't like it. And they'll get a face-off coming up in the Carolina end.
You know, on one side of things, you had the hot potato puck in the slot in the Columbus side, and then it goes on the other side as they made a nice breakout, and tempers flared when you get around that goaltender.
Van Weinsberg and Butita. And now Van Weinsberg will get tossed, and MJ Graham will come in to take this draw to the left of Modica. They tie up. It's between the linesman's feet. Graham will find it at the bottom of the circle. He takes a check there from Grebennikov, normally a forward for Carolina, but he's back playing defense in tonight's game. Noah Doyle fires from the right point, and a good save by Modica on the short side. Butita skates it away for Carolina. 2-on-3 as he hits the line, and the Dragons have the better of that advantage. Krupp and Butita, they're slashing at each other a little bit as Krupp goes off to finish his shift, and Columbus will have the puck back in their own end. Noah Doyle going D-to-D across. Doyle and Schmidt were trying to play a little catch. Now Butita's bothering Doyle for the puck. Columbus still not out of their zone. Now Van Weinsberg with a backhand dump down. He'll go the length, but no icing as George Holt will be the first one to touch it underneath the goal line.
We got action with a spill out there and no call.
I will say, ice is also looking a little choppy. Seen some guys, maybe need to get him sharpened between periods, not sure. Here's Peavy. He's run into the wall by Trevor Finch. Zach Sargis trying to play it out for Columbus. Nothing doing there. Paul Frigeau, one of the newest River Dragons, finds that puck. Touched away by Dalton Anderson and then falls back for Frigeau. He'll skate it out of danger himself. Up ahead, left wing side, finding this. Hunter Bersani. He wins the race behind the net. Yuri Pashtuka checking him. He scores! Hunter Bersani from behind the goal line. Found a way to put it in. 1-0 Columbus.
Well, it's one of those plays that they say you throw the puck up in front of the net. That time it went off the skate of Modica and went right in the, obviously he was surprised, but so was everyone else in the building, but much to the Columbus delight and an opportunity and a lead for Columbus. They strike first blood.
Hunter Bersani from as far behind the goal line as you can be, played it off the back of the leg of Modica and found a way in. Oh my goodness, what a start to this game for Columbus. 1-0 they lead, 2:11 mark of the Sun South John Deere first period. And very early in this contest, Mike, we're going to hear from Dana Barker.
Yes, you do.
He shoots! River Dragons goal scored by number 15, Hunter Bersani! Assisted by number 27, Paul Frigeau, at 2:11 in the first period.
Paul Frigeau picks up the only assist. Austin Doe nearly went into the zone on a 2-on-1, but he lost the puck at the blue line, didn't have control, and the linesman rule offside against Columbus. 1-0 River Dragons. Hunter Bersani, his first of the year. Strange as they may come, but they don't put asterisks next to dirty ones.
No, they don't. And there's not enough really room on that card right there to explain how it was done. It just goes in as a goal. One of the things a goaltender has to do, he has to keep his foot up against that pipe. And Modica just had it just enough room for that puck to slip by.
Nolan will shoot this one in from the red line off the Columbus win, and Modica a little sloppy behind his net handling that. Krupp and Graham get in on a Thunderbird sandwich hit on George Holt, but here comes Carolina back the other way. Cully Oaks skates this one to the middle. Cangelosi's shot goes wide. Picked up behind the net, and a huge hit laid there as Jay Krupp buried his man. That was Cully Oaks. River Dragons trying to skate this out up the far side. MJ Graham trying to run on it. Grebennikov cut it off and prevented a little bit of a rush there. That'll be dumped in for the River Dragons. And behind the net, this will be found by George Holt. 16:48 to go in the first. 1-0 Columbus. Thunderbirds going right to left across your radio dial in this period. Off the near side wall, Gus Ford was trying to race after it. He'll just slap it into the zone. Jagger Williamson, first time we call his name this season in the corner, plays it back to his D partner. And now Bersani up ahead for Doyle. Look, stretch pass ahead. Dalton Anderson with it now. Anderson across, and Williamson had that pass go behind him. Nothing he could do with it. Carolina trying to stretch it out back the other way. A tip on the right side of red for the Birds, so no icing. Rutledge comes out of his net, backhands it away from Ford. At the left point, Peshtuka checks the goal scorer Bersani, and Jagger Williamson's able to force it out to center. Williamson still with the puck on his stick, chips it off of the glass, hits a stanchion weird, but it falls for Noah Doyle. Doyle with this right wing circle, trying to get around Peshtuka, drops it back, but nobody home as Columbus is in the midst of a change. Just over 4 minutes gone here in the first period, 1-0, Dragons lead it.
If I have an observation to make right off the start, it just appears to me that the River Dragons a little more jump than Carolina at this point.
Austin Doe has this. Carolina. Oh, Carolina played that back into their own zone. Doe was allowed to touch that, but the whistle is blown and offside is called. 15:44 to go here in the first. 1-0 Columbus. It's interesting you bring up that point, though, Mike, because how many times do we hear in pro hockey on the night of a banner raising or the night of some sort of ceremony, the home team comes out flat because there's so much emotion and so much pomp and circumstance? Columbus, I mean, not so. The early goal, they'll take it, and they're feeling good right now.
Beating Carolina to the puck on many occasions.
This one will get flipped up by Dylan Farmer, and keeping it in the zone here for the Birds is Daniel Martin. Martin working into the corner for Butita, back for Martin, to the left point. Farmer with a shot deflected, and that one goes well wide of the glove hand on Rutledge. Petrantonio fakes the slam around one way, gets away from Tommy Cardinal, and now the Dragons break it out. Doe getting over to Armstrong, right wing side. Armstrong with it at the circle. Dylan Farmer trying to play hooky with his stick there and is able to prevent a pass. Back to the left point. Zach Sargis whiffed on it, and look out, here comes Tommy Cardinal the other way. Good back check by Armstrong, and then Cardinal blew a tire right in front of the Columbus bench. He'll end up dumping it in. 5 minutes gone here in the first. Dragons still lead it 1-0. Long stretch ahead, and Jake Krupp read it at the blue line, but he could not corral it. Then Krupp took an awkward spill as he hits the side boards. Rutledge will slow it up. Here's a battle for Zach Sargis and Gus Ford. Those two go at it right at the hash marks near the Wow Dasher board on the far side. Now coming up with this one are the Dragons. Some fancy handles for Van Weinsberg. He's going to go for tripping as he lost the puck, stuck his leg out to try and hold it. And we will get our first media timeout of the night. We'll also get our first power play. It will go the way of Carolina. 14:40 left to go in the first. 30 seconds and we're back on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Whether you're mowing, tilling, planting, grading, drilling, hauling, or anything in between, come see us at SunSouth. We'll help you find the John Deere tractor that's right for you with the implements you need to get your projects done faster, more efficiently, and more affordably. And right now at SunSouth, you can get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere tractors. Come see us at SunSouth. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires November 30th, 2021.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Robert Van Weinsberg, 2 minutes for tripping, 14:40 left to go in the first. The first Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. Took the time to join us for the first period of tonight's game, and Carolina wins the draw but splits their defense. Not a good start for their power play here in this one.
Special teams always important, and it's interesting to see how the PK will work for the River Dragons.
Thunderbirds going right to left, second best on the power play in the 7-team league, 25% in terms of the efficiency. PV passes it across, finds Grebennikov at the right point. He has a little give and go there with Dimmitt. Dimmitt has along the half wall, Brad Nolan waving the stick around at him. Dimmitt's got himself some space, circle to Peshtuka. Couldn't pull the trigger, is closing in on that one. Tough to see the number. It was Jagger Williamson. Heck of a roll there. And it'll be dumped down the length of the ice by Maldonado.
Very good hustle there. They never gave up on the puck. Strong and able to kill some time off this clock with 1:15 remaining on the penalty.
River Dragons best in the league on the penalty kill, 10 for 10 so far this season in the two games that they have played. 13:46 to go in the first, and a minute 5 left to go in the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Petrantonio reads a pass in the neutral zone and chips it down behind the Carolina nets. Thunderbirds have yet to have a shot in this game right now, 2-0 on the Heckler & Koch shot counter in favor of the Dragons. Now with some speed ahead, Cully Oaks trying to weave through everybody in a red jersey. Butita and Petrantonio clash bodies there. Schmidt goes off the wall, but it's held in right point by Clouston. At the right circle with this now Daniel Martin. Schmidt pokes it off of his stick. Behind the net it goes, and Noah Doyle rims around, held in left point by George Holt. Holt to Butita in the circle. Butita with it down into the corner. He finds his man, Cardinal. Cardinal trying to work it back to the right point, and George Holt was not there. Bad angle, and Carolina has to retreat. 25 seconds left to go in the Van Weinsberg minor. George Holt steps into the zone, in the slot. Now a pass right circle to Cully Oaks. Oaks checked off the puck there by Schmidt. Doyle pokes it away from his man, that's Dimmitt, just held in there along the line for Holt. His drive, and a save made by Rutledge. First of the game for him. Looked very strong doing so, and Schmidt shoving Cameron Dimmitt out of the way. That is a current River Dragon shoving a former River Dragon. That's always a good way to get yourself in the good graces of the fans if you're a new guy.
That's absolutely correct. The shot that comes in, and good concentration from Rutledge on that, as he had a man right in front of him, didn't cough up the rebound, and the first shot on goal goes to Carolina.
Van Weinsberg, 9 seconds left in his minor. He's standing up. Carolina wins the draw. D and Pachuca has it left point. Ford trying to play it to the middle. MJ Graham to Finch. Here's Van Weinsberg out of the box. He got a 2-on-2 rush. Finch will just chip this one into the right wing corner and attempt to reset the lines, going off for a change. MJ Graham stopped it up along the half boards of the circle. Van Weinsberg has it, fires a shot, had his stick clashed and went well wide of the blocker hand on Modica. Krupp checked that there. Graham will find this puck. It gets rimmed around. Now we got something going on. Nicoletti and Krupp's going after Nicoletti. Gloves have been dropped. Not sure if there was a punch at all, but there was a heck of a wrestling match right there that got the crowd's attention. And if they call it a fight or they call it a rough, either way, it's got this crowd excited.
Well, there was one punch thrown. It was Krupp, but fortunately, the Carolina player I think he slipped just in time. And that right hook from Krupp came through. If that would have connected, it would have been a whole nother story.
So David Nicoletti and Krupp will sit, and trying to read our body language from referees down low. Looking like they think they just put up 2 fingers each for 2 minutes, but I don't know. We did see a punch throw. That's usually all it takes to get a fight. Now Jake Krupp has gone up for 2 minutes. Are they going to put a reciprocating 2? They do for Nicoletti. So we'll be 4-on-4 here.
I guess there's no penalty for attempted punching.
I guess not. And this draw with the puck in the Carolina end when the whistle was blown means the faceoff will come to the right of Modica. Petrantonio getting the explanation for the Columbus side of things from our referees. An offensive zone draw coming up for the Dragons here. 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, 12:20 left to go in the Sun South John Deere first period. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. Happy to have you along on the River Dragons Broadcast Network, streaming on the YouTube page, on Beam TV over in East Alabama, and of course all the radio stations you hear across West Georgia and East Alabama all season long. False start on the drop. We'll redo it. Petrantonio and Butita. And Butita will win it. Petrantonio will give him a little shove. And Carolina attempts to break out of their own zone. Holt gives it back. Good one-touch pass from behind the net. Feeds Daniel Martin up ahead. Martin going across to Butita, and Petrantonio on the back check. Got his stick in the way. Butita being slashed at there by Maldonado. Frees the puck up for Frigeau. A backhand pass ahead, and Petrantonio turns and skates ahead. Petrantonio 2-on-2 with Doe on his right. Now they trade lanes. Petrantonio with it right circle. A shot. Pinballed off a couple of bodies, and Doe will find it in the corner. Doe to Maldonado at the right point. Maldonado takes a shot, and it's loose there, side of the net, and Doe tried to play it back to the slot, but nobody was home in a red jersey, and he inadvertently dumps it down the length of the ice.
Good chance there for the River Dragons, but fate didn't have it go in.
Frigeau with this puck just over the red line, skates it in, gains the right point. Now he'll be helped out there by Hunter Bersani, who plays it back to Noah Doyle, and now working it to the far side wing. Bersani takes in stride, trying to get around Gus Ford. He's already got 1 goal in this game. Bersani dropped it back. Ford was able to read that and take it away. Williamson finds the loose puck. Up to Noah Doyle at the left point. Look out, he got turned over, and it's a breakaway the other way. Vaughn Clouston in alone on Jared Rutledge, and he scores. Just got that one through the armpit of Rutledge. And Vaughn Clouston, the former River Dragon, has scored one for Carolina to tie up this game, 4-on-4, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, just one of those unfortunate things. You play the puck at the blue line on a 4-on-4, and not any bodies to be able to cover that. He has the clean break, and he just put it right by Rutledge.
Vaughn Clouston, his first of the FPHL season in a prior league. He was with the Macon Mayhem prior to this stretch here with the Carolina Thunderbirds. I don't believe he registered a point in the few games he played with Macon in the early parts of the SPHL season. But on the board here for Carolina and has tied up this game 1-1. 11 minutes even now left to go in the first and 40 ticks remaining as it's icing here against the Thunderbirds. It is still 4-on-4. We'll get an offensive zone draw coming up for the Dragons down to our right.
one thing I noticed about Carolina's goaltender,
Modica.
I think you should be, if I was the River Dragons, put a little more rubber on him. I mean, take more shots at him. He doesn't appear to me right now to be exactly zoned in. I mean, pepper this guy with a few shots.
Van Weinsberg and Dimmitt on this draw. It's loose at the top of the circle. Van Weinsberg recollects. There's a shot. And a save by Modica. Holding strong over on that far post. 32 seconds left to go here in the in the 4-on-4. 10:51 in the Sun-South John Deere first period. 1-1. Vaughn Clouston, an unassisted goal. 8:52 mark of the first. From the left point, Zach Sargis tried to whistle a shot in, looking for a tip, and missed wide of the blocker hand. This one will be flipped out by Carolina, collected by Sargis. MJ Graham and him play some catch. Now it's turned over. Peshduka with speed ahead. Right circle, a shot. Save made Rutledge as he looked calm as you like right on the edge of his crease. Swallows that up in the butterfly. So teams trading some long shots right now. 1-1 our score. 10:34 to go in the first.
Well, I just about to comment. I said there's only 3 shots in this game between both teams in a 1-1 game. And now we look and they've now kind of get it going a bit with 4 shots apiece.
Yeah, the shot counter's caught up because it was 1 goal and 1 shot for Carolina. We know Rutledge had made a couple of saves, 4 apiece and 1 goal apiece. Heckler and Koch shot counter. Columbus wins the defensive zone draw. Bersani tried to lay it off for Doyle, but it was glued to his stick. And now Bersani will take it back behind his own net. 2 seconds and 1. Out of the box comes Krupp and Nicoletti, so we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. This one will be sent down the length of the ice. It hits Krupp, and it's able to get through to him. Krupp on the backhand. Save made Modica. That one was up high on him. Krupp and George Holt go at each other after they were in a little bit of a shoving match. Check that. I actually believe that's Nicoletti again. So there was a little bit of a check after the shot. Krupp not happy with it. Some pushing and shoving both ways. And the save by Modica means another offensive zone draw coming up for Columbus.
And, referee's not going to call any penalties here, as it's kind of coincidental contact after the save made by Modica. But how about another little extra one?
Couple of 22s getting together, Krupp and Holt. It was Krupp and Cangelosi going at each other, my apologies. And then Krupp and Holt shoving at it there. You can just tell Jake Krupp's fired up for this game.
Absolutely. He's still drawing, and we got a penalty coming up.
Joe Cangelosi's going to go sit in the box. And this is going to result in a Georgia power play.
I wonder if it's a rough or an elbow that initiated the confrontation with Krupp.
Garrett Rutledge, Carolina head coach, is going to get an explanation as to what's going on there. And now Cangelosi's been freed. I think maybe one linesman was under the impression both guys were going, another was thinking nobody went, and one guy was responsible for one. Cangelosi's out. It's going to be 5-on-5, so scratch that on the Georgia power play.
He got himself a good lawyer.
We're still 5-on-5. We saw that happen in Port Huron, too, with Krupp. Krupp almost put himself in the box because he thought it was too many men. From the red line, this one will be dumped in by Schmidt. And Cangelosi will play it back behind his own net. Look out, Nicoletti being checked there by Columbus. And the Thunderbirds do, in fact, escape. Here's Butita with it, left wing side. Butita trying to move around Schmidt. He's with it, right circle, and a glove save made by Rutledge. Rebound goes to the far corner. Bersani with this puck. Stretching this one up ahead. Good check laid on there by Cardinal. Knocks Bersani down. And the puck falls free for Nicoletti all the way back in his own blue. More than halfway through the first period. 1-1 our score. Hunter Bersani, the early tally for the River Dragons. And an unassisted breakaway goal for Vaughn Clouston. The Thunderbirds have us tied.
5-4 on the shots.
Noah Doyle slows it up behind his own net. And Doyle will lay it off far side. Now to Petrantonio in the neutral zone. Petrantonio gains the red, dumps it in left wing corner. He's hounded in on Dylan Farmer. Petrantonio, big check right there on Farmer as he lost his stick, and he'll have to go collect it in the near corner. Maldonado will have this off the Carolina dump in. He'll go D-to-D with it. Brad Nolan takes a check, fishes it back for Maldonado. Maldonado now skates this one near side, trying to filter it through. Active stick right there by Dimmitt. And Dimmitt and Maldonado rubbing shoulders in the corner. Gus Ford vultures it out to Dimmitt. And a short angle shot is saved by Rutledge. Rebound loose in the slot. And Maldonado will let Rutledge be happy to glove that one. And Dimmitt with a shoulder shot on Maldonado. And Petrantonio is going to let him know about it. And those two are chest to chest right now. We hear the horn. We have another media timeout for the under 10. 8:42 to go in the first. Dragons 1, Thunderbirds 1 here on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Benefits of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
We're back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons hockey is brought to you all season long by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, one of our many great partners. But Fort Benning Harley-Davidson is giving one lucky fan a very special chance here, Mike. The Columbus River Dragons and Fort Benning Harley have teamed up for a $50K giveaway at a River Dragons hockey game later this season. All you've got to do to enter is text FBWIN, FBWIN, to 55678. 55678. Do this before March 13th to be entered in for a drawing. You could be shooting from center ice for a chance to win $50,000 at a River Dragons game later this season. For full rules and contest details, visit Fort Benning Harley-Davidson on Williams Road or visit FortBenningHD.com.
50 grand, nothing to sneeze at that.
Well, they told me I couldn't win it because I was involved with the team, and I said, well, okay, I guess. So we got to give that one to a fan. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, so go see Fort Benning Harley-Davidson for full details on that. Very happy to have Brett Posey and the gang along for another season of River Dragons hockey. 8.5 to go here in the first. 1-1 our score between the River Dragons and the Thunderbirds. Dragons bring it in. Austin Doe trying to weave around a couple of bodies. Vaughn Klauston knocked it off of him. Back in the corner. Doe's able to find it. Pass to the middle. Petrantonio couldn't knock it out of air. Maldonado, right point. His shot. And a pad save made by Monica. Seeing that one from distance. This one will be chipped ahead by Gus Ford. Doe with a good stick. Knocks it behind himself, and Armstrong dumps it in. And the River Dragons will change up. So too will the Thunderbirds as Modica slows it behind his net for Peshduka. 8 minutes to go, and Peshduka leaves it now for George Holt as he completes the Carolina change. Holt fakes to go to the far side. Now he wants to go near side. Van Weinsberg watching over him from the top of the crease. Holt eventually moves far circle with it. Butita, nice slip step move around Krupp. Butita's with it left wing circle. On the backhand along the goal line, easy save made by Rutledge, and he will cover that one up and take a whistle. 7:40 left to go here in the first. Dragons 1, Thunderbirds 1. Shots now even at 5 apiece on the Heckler & Koch shot counter.
Maldonado hasn't lost a touch with a wrister from the blue line. He puts it on target, hoping for a rebound. Not necessarily the goaltender is probably going to stop that, just hoping that somebody gets a second bite at the apple.
Face off to the right of Rutledge, goes straight back at the goaltender there. Van Weinsberg and Butita on the draw. And I don't think Van Weinsberg meant to win it at that angle. Rutledge was alert and will do it again to his right. So now it will be Daniel Martin to take this draw against Van Weinsberg. A false start. Now it's dropped. Martin wins it. Butita's shot on the chest of Rutledge, and he makes another easy save. Carolina's shot counter starting to rack up a little bit here. 7:34 still left to go in the first.
Yeah, I think if you're on the Carolina side and you're on the road, you want to put shots up on a goaltender. You just want to test them as much as possible.
From the center point, Grebenikov tried to pass it to the slot. Nobody home in a white jersey. Zach Sargis, with a little help from teammates, still couldn't get it out. Grebenikov, good job holding right point. Martin with it along the half wall. Frigeau watching after him. Petrantonio tries to poke this one out to center. It gets knocked back, but Frigeau up ahead for Graham. Goes off the body of Holt. And it's ping-ponging between the two teams right in front of the penalty boxes. George Holt lays this one back to Grebenikov. Now up ahead. That one's too far out of the range of Daniel Martin, and it'll be icing as Zach Sargis wins the race to the hash marks. 7:03 left to go in the first. And Mike, from our early starts and early jump to this game, seems like we've gotten into a little bit of a lull right now.
You had a couple of penalties that kind of takes away from things, and hockey is weird like that. You see two teams come out fired up. Of course, the banner raising gets everybody's juices going. I can get this little lull after the couple of penalties, and we'll see if it picks up towards the end.
Doyle right point. Bersani laid it across, and Dalton Anderson was tied up with Grebenikov. Nothing he could do about it. Now at the left point, Williamson plays that one to the middle. Anderson waved his stick at it. It was behind him, but nobody there to follow up. Thunderbirds send it out. Jagger Williamson sends it right back in. Williamson exchanging stick blows there with Grebenikov in the corner. Trying to pick this one out of feet is Cardinal. Bersani helps out for the Dragons. Rims all the way around, and Schmidt couldn't cover the left point in time. Back in the neutral zone with it, Noah Doyle, right wing red line, dumps it in cross ice. Anderson and Grebennikov racing after
Ooh.
this. Ooh, and Grebennikov, he
man.
just took an awkward spill right there.
Oh, Lord.
And he's in a little bit of trouble, but the Thunderbirds have a chance the other way. Gus Ford, left circle, backhand, goes well high over the bar. Grebennikov's got himself back up, and now he is headed over to the bench. Big check there as Cangelosi finishes off Armstrong, and Grebennikov is back in the safety of the Carolina bench right now. They're going to be calling for a trainer over to that side as soon as they get a whistle. And now here's a scrap.
Yeah.
Armstrong and Cangelosi are going to fight about this one. Right at the blue line opposite the Carolina bench. Cangelosi with the first wave. He swung and missed. Now they grapple. Cangelosi another miss. Armstrong goes for the lid. They're clenched in tight. Armstrong connects one right. Cangelosi goes for body shots. Armstrong also with some body shots. Both guys trying to get inside. It's a strong hugging match, and it will go with Cangelosi on the bottom. Armstrong eventually won that wrestle. But you could just tell after the awkward spill Grebennikov took, and Armstrong's pumping up the crowd, that you knew a fight like that was going to come up.
That was a tremendous hit back there, and I was really worried for him at first. I thought maybe he had hit his head hard on the boards, but I think it's more or less of the shoulder injury that he had, at least looking at him hobble back to the bench. And then, of course, Cangelosi's got to do what he's got to do as the captain. You take one of my guys out, you're going to have to make it. You're going to have to answer to me. And he's hoping that the rest of his teammates follow his example.
It looks like this will just be 5 aside, 5 each for fighting. Peshtuka is arguing it for Carolina's favor. They've gotten a trainer over into the Carolina bench to be looking at Grebennikov. I tell you what, Mike, I tried not to say anything about it early, but we've seen this ice get a little, well, for lack of better words, slippery. Like, guys just don't seem like they have the right edges on their skates on both sides, and that one, an awkward fall, really, from Grebennikov. The check was there, and then he just, like you said, hit his shoulder into the board there. And you hope he's going to be all right, because Grebennikov in his young career has dealt with some injuries early on.
One thing about the ice, I mean, you know, it's relatively new ice, so to speak, but you've got the temperature outside right now is kind of dropping a bit, but today was a rather warm day, so depending on how the humidity factor was and after they re-hardened it prior to the game.
The battles of playing hockey in the Deep South.
Yes, sir. Wait till fog comes.
On the near side boards, Maldonado tried to pinch it off there. Instead, Blake Peavy's into the zone here for Carolina. Peavy stops it up, left wing circle, down into the corner. Spinning away from a check is Gus Ford. Brad Nolan stays with him. Nolan offers up a check. Peavy had his stick lifted by Williamson. Good pass there to Nolan. And on the far side circle, he looks to break it out. 5 minutes each for fighting, so 5-on-5, and look right there. Nolan just caught an edge. Dimmitt now has it. Right circle, pass across, and Peavy wasn't there on the timing play. Petrantonio with the wave. He whiffed on it there. Ford gets tied up in the corner, and collecting this one here is Peavy. Top of the left wing circle, leaves it for Peshtuka, trying to pass it to the slot, and he whiffed on it there. Nolan was able to get away, and here's Petrantonio, potentially breakaway. Left wing circle, he's got space, gives it to Van Weinsberg, and they got their signals crossed. A breakaway all of a sudden turned into 2-on-0 thanks to the speed of Van Weinsberg, but I think that might have just screwed up Petrantonio with what he was planning to do.
Yeah, I think he should have just shot it.
Here's Frigeau, right wing circle, trying to filter it to the middle, and Klauston knocked down the soft sauce pass. And now here's a check there. Cardinal eats it up nice, and 2-on-1 the other way. Butina, right wing circle, passes across Martin, and a great stick lift there. Paul Frigeau,
wow.
Johnny on the spot with that one.
That was a great play, and that took away an exceptional scoring chance from Carolina.
Frigeau, stretch pass, goes through MJ Graham, but no icing as Graham will win the race. Rimmed around, far, near side circle. Krupp trying to play it to the middle. Now Krupp has it right wing side. He'll flip that one into the crowd, and it will go out of play. It's in the offensive zone for Carolina, so it'll be a neutral zone draw when we come back from our final media timeout of the period. 4:30 left to go in the Sun South John Deere first. 1-1 our score on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Work on your property never ends. Whether you're mowing, tilling, planting, grading, drilling, hauling, or anything in between, come see us at Sun South. We'll help you find the John Deere tractor that's right for you with the implements you need to get your projects done faster, more efficiently, and more affordably. And right now at Sun South, you can get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere tractors. Come see us at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires November 30th, 2021.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Face-off coming opposite the Carolina bench. It'll be Bersani against Butita. Carolina wins it. Awkward fall there for Farmer. Turns the puck over for Bersani in the zone. He plays it to the right wing corner. Finch wins a race ahead of Nicoletti. Finch being bothered by Nicoletti for this puck. Now Dalton Anderson comes in to help out. Butita trying to vulture it out for Carolina. Now he sandwiches Finch along the boards. Nicoletti will find it there, spin it back behind his own net, and take possession away for Carolina. 4:06 left to go here in the first. Dragons and Birds tied at 1. This pass across hits a Dragon in the body. That's Bersani. Some one-touch passing, sends it back the other way now, and Finch will dump it in the right wing side. Modica lays it off for Nicoletti. Finch was racing after him, nearly lifted his stick. Took a good angle from behind the net. Nicoletti had to be sharp.
And he caused grief with a turnover hit.
Frigeau to Finch. Linesman getting in the way. The crowd reacting to that. Finch will dump that one in right wing side. Modica slows it up. Look out, loose there. It's still there. Williamson can't find it, and Nicoletti is able to kick it out of danger. A weird hop off the stanchion. Two Dragons might have had a chance, but just couldn't settle a bouncing puck.
Oh, my goodness gracious. That's like a nightmare where you can't run from the monster.
Butita left wing circle in the offensive zone, slows it up, and he's checked there by Noah Doyle. This one goes down into the corner. Schmidt watching after Ford, and a good stick by Petrantonio takes away the chance there from DeAndrea. Now a chance to the far wing circle, and DeAndrea will have it again for Carolina. Being watched by Doyle, behind the net it goes, and picking this one up in speed. A pass ahead, right wing side to Petrantonio from Jagger Williamson. He filters it ahead. Austin Doe couldn't reach back and grab it, and Grebennikov slaps it down, blue line to blue line. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first. 1-1 our score. River Dragons and Thunderbirds. A pass ahead. Van Weinsberg trying to get it out of his feet. He kicked it between both of his wheels, and now Gus Ford takes it the other way. Ford left wing circle. A pass across. Tied up. A 2-on-2 battle in the corner. And it got real awkward for a moment. Van Weinsberg finds the scraps behind the net. Jay Krupp up ahead for MJ Graham, trying to split the defense, and a check there from Cameron Dimmitt won't let him go any farther. Carolina now takes it back behind their own net to finish up a change, and Grebennikov will look to play this one out of his own end. 2:20 left to go here in the Sun South John Deere first period. Hunter Bersani, the opening goal for Columbus. Vaughn Clouston then answered for Carolina. 3-on-3 as they hit the line. Thunderbirds are in the zone, right wing. A pass back. Tommy Cardinal couldn't get his stick to it. Held in by Peshtuka. High slot shot. Pad save made. Rutledge in the rebound. Kicked out of the way of danger, and MJ Graham flips it to center. Racing after this, Jay Krupp. He and Peshtuka go in on a race. Modica comes out to the bottom of the circles, and he ends up playing that one away. Daniel Martin, a pass across. Good reach there by Bersani to knock it away, and it falls for the defense. MJ Graham has it on the right side of the red line. Bersani dumps that one in. Went through the glove hand of Modica, but was all wide. 100 seconds now left to go in the first. Carolina rims it around. It's loose in the slot there for a moment, and then swept away as Clouston will poke it to center. A turnover in the neutral zone. Gus Ford with some speed ahead. Ford being watched by 3 different River Dragons, and then finishing off his hit there. Looks like that's Doe. Finch with this puck. He's tied up along the near side wall. Trying to pick this one out. That is Frigeau. And it will go down to the Carolina line, and Butita has it here. Now Finch plays it in. He's on sides, but he's headed off there by Dimmitt. Down the ice it goes. This is icing against Carolina with 1:04 left to go in the first. Zach Sargis wins the race uncontested.
I'll tell you, the River Dragons have certainly made some outstanding stick plays on defense. They've knocked away quite a few chances, and Rutledge right now looking very solid. The one goal that he let in was a breakaway, which is about a 60-40 in favor of the forward.
Williamson v. Dimmitt on this draw. And Dimmitt will win it clean to Nicoletti in the corner. Nicoletti going to race after it behind his own net. Under a minute to go here in the Sun South John Deere first period. Big check laid on there, but Nicoletti gets the puck away in time. Butita sidesteps a hit there as Jagger Williamson was looking to lay some punishment on him. Columbus dumps it back in. 45 seconds left to go here in the first. Williamson, right wing circle. Couldn't get that through Nicoletti, and Butita rims this one around. Sargis holds in along the left wing half wall. Clouston will reverse it around to the near end now. Shoulder battle here between Doe and Nicoletti. Doe trying to get it through to Petrantonio, and the pass was just too far ahead of him. Petrantonio and Clouston in a battle there. Now Van Weinsberg picks it out along the goal line. Backhand save made Modica. How about the hands right there from Van Weinsberg in space?
Yes,
right
sir.
point. Frigeau's shot. That one blocked off of Nicoletti. Just stayed in on the glass. A dozen seconds left to go here in the first. Carolina swats this one out to center. Columbus will have one more opportunity. Frigeau at his own blue line. 5 seconds left. Slaps it in from the red. Glove down by Modica, but he couldn't grab it. Nicoletti from the corner will let the final seconds tick off. And that will do it. 1-1 our score. through 20 minutes of play. A very interesting period of hockey, if I do say so myself, Mike.
Well, I mean, I think the bottom line of this, the first part of the first period, it was kind of a River Dragons dominant, and then they get the goal. Couple of penalties come along, things change, the breakaway, and then it kind of settled in where both teams just kind of got themselves through the period. And I was going to say on that last shot, that's a first baseman. That would have been an error.
Yeah.
And I don't think he saw it that well.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Lots of storylines, lots of things to talk about as we get ready to head in to our first intermission report, brought to you by John Emerald Distilling. Let's take a break. When we come back, we talk about those first 20 minutes after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Work on your property never ends. Whether you're mowing, tilling, planting, grading, drilling, hauling, or anything in between, come see us at Sun South. We'll help you find the John Deere tractor that's right for you with the implements you need to get your projects done faster, more efficiently, and more affordably. And right now at Sun South, you can get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere tractors. Come see us at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires November 30th, 2021.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We're proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. We're through 20 minutes of play in tonight's hockey game. River Dragons won, Thunderbirds won. Shots in Carolina's favor, 9-6 on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. Joining us just for this segment intermission report. We knew you can only do a period, but we're happy you're able to stick around. And obviously for a lot of the old Cottonmouths fans, I'm sure it's good to hear your voice again. It's been fun to have you back here. You know, I'm sure this was your first 20 minutes of really analyzing River Dragons hockey. I don't know, maybe it was the best representation, but it certainly was an interesting period.
Well, what I see with the team is a grinding kind of team, but they have some skills on their passing. I think that as this game progresses, as long as Carolina doesn't respond with a defense that's just impenetrable, I think that your team has a lot of feistiness to it, and they stick up for each other, and that's something that you have to have. And you're the champion, so you have to represent as being the champions throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a long season for the River Dragons, they'll have that target on their back, like you said. And heck, I mean, we saw the feistiness get going, some early clan meetings. We did have a proper fight between Joe Cangelosi and Levi Armstrong. Jay Krupp and David Nicoletti, all they got called for was matching roughings, but don't tell the crowd any different, especially when Jay Krupp gets involved.
Well, they enjoyed it, and when fans come to watch a hockey game, occasionally they like to see that. And, I know that there's people that are proponents of it and people that are opponents of it. I happen to be one that realizes that hockey is a game, and that's the way you settle things sometimes, and you have to do, as long as it doesn't become a gong show.
Scoring summary in that period, 2:11 mark in the first period. That's when Hunter Bersani put in his first of the year from behind the goal line. Just caught Modica napping on his post, hit him on the back of the leg, and I'll be honest with you, had the same angle I did, Mike. I didn't believe that puck was in the net. It was absurd to me how it was in from where it was shot from.
Well, he shot it from right on the backboard. And, you center it out in front. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get a deflection, usually off a defenseman. Normally doesn't go off the back leg of the goaltender end, and that's because his feet was away from the pipe. I'm sure he knows that, and everybody else knows that, and it's something that happens to goaltenders at time. It's not the first time I've seen it, and I guarantee it's not going to be the last.
Paul Frigeau picked up the only assist on the Bersani goal, and then Vaughn Clouston was able to tie it up 1-1. That's how we sit through 20 minutes of play. It was a 4-on-4 goal. He went in on a breakaway, unassisted on Jared Rutledge. That'll do it for this segment. We're going to take a break, and we're going to bid adieu to Mike V. Mike, thanks so much. So much fun to have you in on here, and I'm sure it won't be the last time we have you on the network this season.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much, and go River Dragons.
All right, when we come back, we have a look around the league after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Spirits in the Valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Your career path is not a game, and when you spend 1/3 to 1/2 of your life working, you should love what you do. If your job isn't working for you, then we want you working with us. We have an entire group of radio stations and digital platforms, and we're looking for experienced account media consultants to help clients develop new ideas. You could be their go-to marketing person, utilizing traditional media, digital media, and social media. If interested, send your cover letter and resume to jobs@pmbradio.com. That's jobs@pmbradio.com. PMB Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons and Thunderbirds are tied up 1-1 through 20 minutes of play. Hunter Bersani and Vaughn Clouston, goal scorers respectively for Columbus and Carolina. Time to take a peek around the league, brought to you by Zelmo Zippin, fueling life's passions, the official fuel provider of the Columbus River Dragons, Zelmos. Heck of a game brewing at the McMorran Arena. A 7:05 puck drop means they're a bit ahead of us in the hockey timing. About halfway through, looks like about 10 minutes or so left in the second period. 2-2 hat tricks and prowlers, each team having a goal in the first and second period. Tobias Ojic, the first goal for Danbury, 11:01. Austin Federley with that answer at the 14:54 mark. And then goals about a minute apart. Zach Frisura for Port Huron gave the Prowlers a 2-1 lead, only for a moment, as Corey Anderson has picked up the latest tally in this one. That is how they sit currently at 2-2. When we take a look at the penalty summary, we always try and take a look. Is there fights? Is there some sort of craziness going on? Here's something that kind of sticks out as weird. Cade Lambden and Johnny Ruiz each pick up delay of games at the same time. Not really sure what happened there. I'd be interested to hear that story, how you get matching delay of games, but I'm sure they'll find a way to make it happen. It is the Fed after all. Then we take a peek over at the Delaware Fairgrounds Ice Arena in Harrington, and the Binghamton Black Bears lead on the road. Big first period from them, 3-1. Black Bears over the Thunder. Nikita Ivashkin got the goal scoring started for Binghamton. Then a power play tally for Brett Parker made it 2-0 Black Bears. Ryan Marker answered on the power play for Delaware to make it 2-1, but then Gino D'Angelo has it 3-1 Bears as they sit in the locker rooms through 20. Binghamton 23-9, leading in shots so far in that one. That's your Zelmo zip-in look around the FPHL. Quick peek at the Southern Hockey scoreboard. We've got the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs taking it to Vermilion County 4-1 with 7 minutes to go in the second. Knoxville up 1-0 on Evansville with under 8 minutes to go in the first. Huntsville 1, Pensacola 0, under 15 to go in the first. Just started, Peoria and Quad City are scoreless, and 8:30 East, 7:30 Central, Fayetteville is at Birmingham. That's the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Let's take another break. When we come back, a look ahead to the Wild Animal Safari second period. It comes up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
When talking about Harvey Lumber over the past few years, I've always felt that it was very important to brag on the fact that Harvey Lumber has been here for over 150 years, taking care of many generations throughout the Chattahoochee Valley. They've stayed in business by always featuring the very best building materials that every company has to offer. And what's the most important element in building materials? The wood you use. That's why you'll always find the Yellowwood brand available at Harvey Lumber. Now there's something new, Yellowwood Protector. You've probably seen it advertised a lot during your favorite SEC football games on Saturdays. Yellowwood Protector is a semi-transparent stain and water-repellent wood sealer for decks, fences, pergolas, outdoor furniture, and pretty much anything you can build with Yellowwood. Yellowwood Protector comes in 4 different colors: smoky gray, rich walnut, American classic cedar, and crystal clear. You know we always say that if it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it. Now try the first stain worthy of the yellow tag, Yellowwood Protector. Available at Harvey Lumber Company, 800 15th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply.
Now is the best time to trade in and trade up to a new truck when you save thousands with 0.9% financing from Headquarter Nissan. We're so confident you'll love the Titan. If you come in and test drive one, then buy a different truck somewhere else, we'll pay you $300 cash. Trade in and trade up today. Columbus is a Nissan town. Headquarter Nissan. With approved credit plus tax, tag, title, and net of all rebates. Offers can be combined. See dealer for details.
You feel like you bought from the factory. Headquarter Nissan.
We are back here on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. I'm Zach DeBozart. Mike V. Was great to have him along for the first 20 minutes. Such a great ambassador for Columbus hockey. Obviously, many a cottonmouth season he called here, and he told me after he left the booth, he said, "You have no idea how hard it was to not say cottonmouth anytime I sent it to him." Basically, is what he told me, and we just had a laugh about it. It was fun, but. Really great to hear from him, and I'm sure it won't be the last time we hear from him on the River Dragons radio network this season. As the Zamboni is making its final passes here along the ice, we're going to tell you about John Emerald Distilling. Not only are they the proud partner of our coaches show that you hear on these same radio stations every Tuesday night, 6 to 7 p.m., but you can also sample their products from their distillery, fresh from the source in Opelika. If you can't get out to Opelika, you got a couple of places here in Columbus. Check out Nonic Beer Bar and Kitchen and Jarfly over on 13th Street. They are proud carriers of John Emerald Distilling products here in the Chattahoochee Valley. Taking a look at what's to come in the next 20 minutes of play, you have to imagine both teams just trying to focus on their skating. And when I say that, it's in a couple of different ways. In one sense, it's because the ice is choppy. It is a difficult ice surface to navigate today. We have seen a lot of different guys crash out and just wipe out for different reasons, and then it just seems a bit slow as well. Now, again, that could have been something with the pregame ceremony, as we often remarked, might have led to a slower period, but I don't know if you'll see a faster period, but you should see a more focused period in this second, because the goals were really just off of mistakes. Nick Modica, a mental mistake from behind the net when Hunter Bersani played it in off of him, and then a defensive lapse, or just a good play maybe by Vaughn Clausen, but either way, he cashed in on the breakaway, and that's how he made it 1-1. Other than that, it's been a very solid, well-controlled hockey game. You have to imagine both coaches, Garrett Rutledge heading to his bench and Jerome Bichard, who will be just behind him emerging from the tunnel, just trying to refocus their teams and see what's to come in the second period. The Wild Animal Safari second period is up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
The Chattahoochee favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
It's the greatest way to kick off the holidays and the perfect place to do it. The Holiday Extravaganza at the Flower Cart, Saturday, November 13th from 9 to 3. There'll be tons of sales plus snacks and sips, so shop away and get a jump on pre-Black Friday specials and book your custom design Christmas decor wreaths, garlands, and table designs so they'll be ready before you need them. Grab Christmas gifts while the selection is great at the Flower Cart and shop the holiday collection in the boutique for your upcoming parties and events. Saturday, November 13th from 9 to 3 at the Flower Cart, Stadium Plaza, Phoenix City.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons are taken to the ice, and to let you know about that, let's hear that horn.
And welcome back to the ice for the second period, your Columbus River Dragons!
Okay, maybe not the best timing in the world by me, but hey, it's first home game of the season. We're still knocking off a little rust, I guess, ourselves. Jared Rutledge mans the pipes over to our right. He stopped 8 of 9 Carolina shots that he has seen in that first period. River Dragons will go right to left in the Wild Animal Safari second period. Red jerseys, black helmets, shoulders, and pants. And over to our left, it's Nick Modica. Modica stopped 7 of 8 Dragons shots in the first. Carolina in the script, Carolina whites, black helmets, pants, and red numbers. They are going to go left to right. I'm Zach DeBozart. Mike V had to step out, only could do a period with us. We're very happy to have him along, and I'm sure Scott Brand might be up at some point during this period to, at very least, say someone's getting slobbered on here in the Wild Animal Safari second period. The final seconds count down. We check the goal judges. We check the netminders. By the way, we neglected to tell you, it's our bad, just got caught up a little bit in the banner-raising ceremony. Our referees for tonight's game, as the Wild Animal Safari second period is underway with Columbus winning the draw back into their own end. Logan Berkowitz and Eric Holvig wear the bands. Corey Fossa and Ken Radolinski are on the lines. Here's Columbus, a quick 2-on-1. Levi Armstrong with this right wing circle, fires a shot, shoulder save, made there by Modica. Had to use all of his frame to get his body in front of that one and keep the rebound corralled. Only 19 seconds into this second period. 1-1 it remains. Good opportunity there, and Armstrong put a good shot on Modica. Shots now even at 9 apiece here in tonight's hockey game. Face off to the left of Modica, won by Columbus. Frigeau a shot. That one goes high and hits the backboards behind the Carolina nets. Daniel Martin reaching behind, able to grab this. Frigeau waving his stick. Rutledge will stick that one into the corner. Petrantonio rims this one around, and it will go off the glass and out of play. And a pretty good catch by somebody there off the glass tip, right there at ice level. 19:26 now left to go here in period 2. 1-1 our score, Columbus and Carolina. Face off to the right of Rutledge. It'll be Van Weinsberg going against Butita. Van Weinsberg stabs at it, wins it. Noah Doyle has it in the bottom of the circles. Plays it up ahead. MJ Graham, check laid on there by Tommy Cardinal. It's a couple of Quebec boys going at each other, Montreal and Quebec City respectively. And now it'll be offsides as Carolina brought it in and out and couldn't get the feet onto the blue line. Well, fans, the Ignite Cup Championship banner is up here in the Civic Center, and you can commemorate last season's glorious win with a fan replica ring thanks to those from Legends Rings. They're the official ring provider of your River Dragons for our upcoming ring ceremony later in the season. You can get yourself a fan replica limited edition run available now. Check our social media pages, C_River Dragons, for details on that. Butita with a pass across. Tommy Cardinal let it go by him. Cardinal checks Schmidt, but at the red line, he's able to dump it in. Van Weinsberg ties up with Grebennikov. Good to see him back out there after he was shaken up in the later stages of the first period. MJ Graham putting a check onto a man there. It's Tommy Cardinal. They continue to go at it as it moves up the wall. Gets around Schmidt. Butita trying to work it into the zone. He does. Martin passing it back behind, but nobody behind him covering the point. Now a pass to the left wing side. Here's Jay Krupp. Krupp on the backhand fires one. A pad saved by Modica. Holding on to his post. Grebennikov holding on to Krupp behind the play. Van Weinsberg centered it, and MJ Graham couldn't get to it. From the right point, a shot whiffed off the heel of the stick. Looks like that was off of Maldonado. And now it'll go into the left wing corner. 2-on-2 battle over the right shoulder of Modica. This one gets rimmed around. Holt has it at the near side wall. Butita plays this one out to neutral ice. Remember, this is the period of the long change, so you really got to be smart with how you're getting off and not leaving yourself in odd situations. Columbus trying to hem Carolina in right now. It's tied up along the penalty boxes on the Columbus half of ice. Grebennikov plays that back into the neutral zone after it got into Carolina's end momentarily. Finch touches up on the delayed offsides. Grebennikov checked there by Bersani, still with it on the backhand. Plays it up to his captain Cangelosi, but he's turned over as Nolan read it at the blue line, and he shoots it right back in. 17:33 to go here in period 2. Modica will pass this one ahead. Couple of one touches, and Carolina's into the Columbus zone now. This one will be stopped by Rutledge, and he'll cover up the rebound real quick as Blake Peavy will force a whistle out of the Columbus netminder. 17:25 left to go here in the second period. 1-1 our score. Columbus and Carolina, both goals coming in the first. Petrantonio set to take this draw against Peavy. Petrantonio will win it behind the net. It rims around to the near side. Austin Doe tries to dodge a check but couldn't move the puck. Passed it on coming Dylan Farmer. Behind the net, Gus Ford gets tied up with Sargis. Pass to the middle and a great blocker save made there by Rutledge as Blake Peavy was looking to go to the far post. Gus Ford from behind the net. He gets tied up with Paul Frigeau. Frigeau will win that body battle. Pass it ahead to Doe, left wing side. He couldn't center one through, and that one's knocked away by Peavy. Columbus trying to stay on sides as Carolina's retreating. Now it's tied up in the feet near the penalty boxes, and Armstrong dumps it in behind the Carolina nets. Farmer with this puck near side corner. A pass from behind. It will be collected by Peavy. Weak pass ahead, but finds its target in Cardinal. And Nicoletti was being cut off there, looked like by Van Weinsberg. So nothing he could do to get around him. Check that was Finch, 20, not 19. Austin Doe rips a shot. That one's blocked by Clouston. Finch will rim this one around to the far boards, and first on it here is Noah Doyle. Doyle fakes the shot, moves it right circle, fires, and a glove save made by Modica, and the rebound went across the face of goal, and Carolina's able to clear on the near side. Daniel Martin dumps this in cross ice, and Noah Doyle will have it in the far corner. Doyle rims this one around, and this one will be chipped out to center ice by Bersani, and a high stick is called. As they say, Peshtuka knocked that one down to himself with a stick over the shoulders. 16:04 left to go here in the Wild Animal Safari second period. 1-1 our score, 12-10 shots on goal in favor of Carolina on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. Face off to the left of Modica. Dimmitt will win it for Carolina, and Clouston tries to move it around. Butita had his stick check, but Dimmitt finds it out of the air, gloves it, and Bersani lays a good check onto him. Anderson holds it at the right point for a moment, and Peshtuka will go D to D across, and now Carolina's out of their own end. A pass, geometry was off too far into the path of Cangelosi. A bouncing puck eventually settled by Peshtuka on the right side of red. He will dump it in, but we get a whistle, and it appears a hand pass is being called. So we will continue with the neutral zone draw. And another stoppage with 15:42 left in period number 2. And we'll take this actually back to the Carolina blue line, so opposite the Columbus bench here in this period. Dimmitt will win the draw, and we're back underway. Grebennikov to Cangelosi, one touch ahead, and that one got knocked away. Vinny DeAndrea was bad on his first touch. Here's Van Weinsberg with it, left wing side, plays it back, now dumped into the zone by Maldonado. Columbus giving chase as Carolina will get to it first with Holt. Grebennikov plays it into the path of Dimmitt, and he will skate it out of the zone himself. 3-on-3 as he hits the line through the center. Dimmitt's shot blocked in front by Nolan. Vinny DeAndrea will have it right wing corner. This one will rim around, and MJ Graham has it at the hash marks. Graham, far side circle in his own zone. Gets the wheels turning, trying to fight through some stick work. He's still got it ahead. 3-on-2 as he hits the line. Van Weinsberg, left circle, pass back to Graham, and he was behind the goal line, couldn't put it back towards the middle. Graham to Krupp, left wing corner. He skates out with it. Krupp looking for the short angle, and he got his stick checked there by Peshtuka, and now he will skate it, Butita, 14, not 24, and Butita will skate it into the zone for the Thunderbirds. Butita's shot, stick save, and a glove there from Rutledge to get the whistle, and we get our media timeout. 14:43 left to go here in the second. Still 1-1. 30 seconds and we're back on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, River Dragons and Thunderbirds tied 1-1. 14:43 left to go in the second. I'm Zach DeBozart. River Dragons hockey brought to you all season long by Sherry and her crew of master barbers at the Old School Barbershop in downtown Columbus, 1041 First Avenue. They'll be open 10 a.m. tomorrow. Call 706-321-5930 for call-ahead appointments. Again, 706-321-5930, the official men's barber and grooming facility of your Columbus River Dragons. Carolina has this puck back in their own end. Farmer and Nicoletti play a little catch circle to circle. Now Nicoletti's pass ahead. Butita racing in on it, but getting over first is Zach Sargis. Now Doe finds an open win for Petrantonio. He's got space. Petrantonio fires, and that one goes wide to the blocker hand on Modica. Sargis with a check there on Butita, trying to fish it out of his feet as Tommy Cardinal and Paul Frigeau came over and forced the issue and got it out to the neutral zone. Butita plays it in weakly into the Columbus end. Sargis, one touch. Armstrong with it now from Petrantonio. Sargis with it Armstrong with it at the right wing circle, trying to work it back to Doe underneath the goal line, and Carolina was able to read it. Butita chips around Frigeau. He takes a check in front of the Carolina bench, and it's a loose puck in the neutral zone, bouncing around, and Armstrong slaps it into the Carolina end, just enough to get a change. 13:42 remaining here in the second. George Holt tries to sidestep one man as he puts the puck the other way, but Dalton Anderson reads that play and has it behind the Columbus nets. Armstrong with this puck, sending it ahead. Pashtuka first on it ahead of Bersani. He lays it off there for a teammate. Now look out, here's Gus Ford with some open space, right wing side. Ford being watched there by Sargis. He stops it up. Pass back to the top of the circles with Clouston. Now back to Ford. They continue to play catch. Clouston, right point, a shot, loose in the slot there. And this one will be cleared out to center and found by Vaughn Clouston at the red, who will shoot it in from the right side and start up a change for Carolina. Free Joe trying to get this one out, held in by Peavy at the left point. Zach Sargis trying to get around Ford. Ford sidesteps him from behind the net. Couldn't come out near side with it. And Jagger Williamson, good job lifting the stick. Williamson still with it. He's got some momentum ahead. Williamson gets around one man, 3-on-2 as he hits the line. Drops it off left wing. Anderson a shot. And a stick save made by Modica. Schmidt on the far side boards. Hunter Bersani picks it out of a web of feet. Rims it down. Modica will play it from behind his own net. And a long stretch pass attempted. And it was read there nicely as Schmidt dumps it in from the red. Let's go Dragons, the chant here. A turnover, and Hunter Bersani had it in the left wing circle, but couldn't regain his footing to do something with that puck. Now Pashtuka with it, 3-on-2 as he hits the line, bunched up right wing side. Give and go with Clouston, now back for him, and Clouston could not find the backdoor feed. Clouston trips over the backside of the net there. That was an awkward fall for him. And Columbus dumps it down, and here's a chance. Jay Group's got an open wing left wing side, doesn't have the angle towards net, and he tried a little leave move on Pashtuka, but Pashtuka took the right angle and dumps it out for Carolina. Under 12 to play here in the second, and it's still 1-1, Dragons and Birds. MJ Graham to Van Weinsberg, a shot, save made, backhand, score! Van Weinsberg gets his own rebound and puts in his second of the year. 2-1 Columbus. Scott Brand and I talked about it, and the first weekend of the season, this Group Graham Van Weinsberg line is all sorts of talented, and Robert Van Weinsberg just showing off the hustle right there. Good angle for a shot, forced Modica into a tough save, and then gets his own rebound to backhand it home and give Columbus the lead once again. 8:04 mark of the Wild Animal Safari second period. And we will get to hear from Dana Barker.
He shoots! Dragons goal scored by number 19, Robert Van Weinsberg. Assisted by number 8, MJ Graham. At 8:08 in the second period.
MJ Graham picks up the only assist. Brad Nolan from the left point, and that one blocked in front by Victor Grabenikov. 2-1, Dragons now lead it here in their home opener. Tommy Cardinal skates this one in over the line. A pass was behind everybody in a white jersey. Petrantonio, weak chip off the glass. Austin Doe able to grab it and get around a man. Doe, not a good angle, but he's got it right wing hash. Dropping it back for Brad Nolan, and Vinny DeAndrea got tripped up as he was trying to get around Nolan, and this is going to be another penalty coming up here against Columbus. Well, the crowd doesn't like it, but Nolan had to reach back for that puck, took out Vinny DeAndrea's legs, and it will be another Houston Clinic penalty kill. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. 11:04 here in the second, and Nolan will sit 2. 0 for 1 so far today is Carolina on the power play. That means 1 for 1 on the penalty kill for the Dragons. And this face-off will start up to the left of Jared Rutledge. Anderson versus Peavy. The puck is dropped, but we get a false start on it. And Dalton Anderson's going to get waived. A second hit run off. Looks like they'll just hold it. So Anderson is out. It looks like Finch is in to take this draw. Puck is down, tied up in the centerman's feet. Finch still battling at it here. It'll fall Carolina's way as Vaughn Clouston has it right point to Gus Ford. Going across, one touch, Butita to Clouston, to Ford, right circle. Circle to circle, Butita, and a stick save made there by Rutledge. That is some great passing right there from the Carolina power play as Columbus dumps it into the Carolina bench. And we'll get a whistle off that. 1:45 left of the Nolan minor, and very quickly after the tie-up off the faceoff, Carolina showed how good their passing is right there. Going a little triangle formation using the face-off dots and a man up top at the center point. Face-off to the right of Rutledge. This will be tied up. Finch ends up winning it behind his own net, but Carolina takes it away with anticipation. Clouston, right point, over to the left point, Pashtuka to Ford, now back for him. Peshduka fakes the shot. Gus Ford, left wing hash marks. Down to the line, Cardinal. Now back for Ford. Ford looking for some space. He's with it left point. Now bottom of the circles here for Cardinal. Back to the point. Now a shot from a short angle side. And it was Blake Peavy, that was on that short angle. And Rutledge shut him down. Columbus will chip it out only to the red line. Vaughn Clausen checked that Yuri Peshduka has it back in his own blue. Peshduka near side with this. We are halfway through regulation in today's hockey game. 1 minute just about left to go in the Nolan minor on the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Clausen tries a dipsy doodle around Frigeau. Nothing doing there. Butita with it behind the net. Butita on the backhand, now works it to the forehand, sets himself up top of the circle, give and go with Grebennikov. Butita, pass across, left circle, now to Grebennikov, one-timer and a save made by Rutledge, and the rebound spilled just in front of him, and he quickly gets the glove on it with 9:46 to go in the second and our immediate timeout. 43 seconds remain in the Nolan minor, and it's 2-1 Columbus here on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center in the midst of our media timeout because there was a little bit of a scuffle at the end of that play, but nothing doing out of it. Teams took some time to get back to their benches. The crowd singing some Bon Jovi karaoke here at the Civic Center. A lot of fun to be had. You can come out here and have some fun with us tomorrow. Same two teams at it again, 7:30 puck drop here at the Civic Center. Tickets available Civic Center box office or at Ticketmaster.com. Petrantonio checks his netminder. The face-off will come to the right of that netminder, Rutledge. Petro against Butita. Petrantonio wins it. We're back underway. 40 seconds remaining in the Nolan minor. Tommy Cardinal takes it away from behind the net. Crowd continuing the karaoke. Grebennikov, right point. Keeps it with Cardinal. Now Grebennikov, center point. Looking for a deflect. What a save, Rutledge! Butita put a great stick on that. Destined for the bottom corner. And Rutledge kicked it out and said no. Butita. Pass over to Cangelosi. Now back for Grebennikov. Grebennikov gets this to Butita. Now down to the goal line here for Daniel Martin. Martin lost the puck, and it'll be sent out by Armstrong. He's going to race Grebennikov for this puck, giving him a couple tick taps, letting him know he's there. And Grebennikov backhand sends it to Martin. Armstrong still trying to lift some sticks. Now a pass over to Cardinal. Nolan's out of the box. 2 for 2 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill as Rutledge flashes the leather and makes a save on the incoming shots. 9 minutes left to go here in the Wild Animal Safari second period. Dragons 2, Thunderbirds 1. River Dragons remain perfect on the PK so far. They are 2 for 2 tonight, 10 for 10 coming into today's game. And they keep hold of their 1-goal lead that was earned this period thanks to the Robert Van Weinsberg second goal of the season. Peavy gets waved out of this draw, and Dimmitt will come in and win it, but he splits his own defense. And Carolina has it back in their own end. Peavy, errant pass right there. Jay Krupp had it for a moment. Now Van Weinsberg with it. Van Weinsberg looking for the short side, and that one was just too high. Some space was there. Jay Krupp and MJ Graham aren't fans of George Holt. They'll be going at each other. And linesmen have to intervene with everybody. And we've got some gesturing from an official. And it looks like we got penalties coming up. Cross-checking's the call as Jay Krupp is being escorted over to the penalty box. And Nick Modica is talking with MJ Graham. You know, when goaltenders go out and talk to players, you always wonder what they're doing. And Modica, especially to talk to MJ Graham. Not too many in the River Dragons bench you want to be talking to, but I don't think MJ's exactly high up on that list. He will go, no matter who you are. Goaltender, giant, tiny guy, not afraid of anybody. So Krupp sits, 2 minutes for cross-checking, 8:43 to go in the second. It will be another Houston Clinic penalty kill. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Carolina wins the draw. Von Clausen with it right point to Ford. Now back to Clauston, left circle, one-timer Peshtuka, and he whiffed on it. Dimmitt rims this around for Peshtuka. In the corner with it, checked there by Schmidt, gets it to Dimmitt underneath the goal line. Dimmitt trying to work it out near side, puck hops over Ford's stick as he tried to settle the sauce pass. Dimmitt still has it in the corner though. Frigeau lays a check onto him. Columbus with it, and he'll send it down the length of the ice. That's Austin Doe. 8:10 remaining in the second. Already 35 seconds gone in this Krupp minor. River Dragons 2 for 2 already today on the Houston Clinic penalty kill, trying to go 3 for 3. Gus Ford with it, right wing corner, works it back to the right point for Clauston. D across to Peshtuka. Peshtuka being watched by Petrantonio, filters it through him. Dimmitt with a wave, he missed. Doyle can't get it past Dimmitt though along the boards. Second effort he does, and Petrantonio chips it down the rest of the way. Modica will slow it up at the side of his net and let his defense come and take over. More than halfway through the Krupp minor, 52 seconds now remaining on it. As Carolina skates it left to right across your radio dial, trying to move into the Columbus zone. Cardinal, big check laid on there by Brad Nolan, but he got a pass across. A second effort, Nolan's able to find a loose puck. Backhand can't get it out as Clauston got his body in the way. Armstrong with a wave and a miss, and Butita still got it in the zone. Right wing corner, Clauston to the middle. Nobody home in a white jersey, and down the ice it goes. Modica was going to slow it up, and Grebennikov calls him off. Columbus with the wholesale change. 24 seconds left to go in the Krupp minor. Butita 4-on-3 as he hits the line. Pass to the right wing. Nobody there, and Nolan will take a slap shot down the length of the ice. River Dragons look very calm, very composed on this kill. There's 10 seconds left. One more rush perhaps for Carolina. Grebennikov passing this left wing side to Cangelosi. Cangelosi moving this one up ahead. 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Left wing bunched up. Graham lifts the stick. Frigeau to the middle. And Zach Sarge is trying to shoot it out. Whiffed on it. But now Columbus has possession as we get back to full strength. 3 for 3 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight for the Dragons. From behind the net, Frigeau sends it to the neutral zone. Graham, a pass to Krupp, inadvertently cut off Van Weinsberg. Now he gives it back to him. Robert Van Weinsberg dropping it back. MJ Graham could shoulder onto a man, but the puck falls free for Carolina. Gus Ford, left wing side, 3-on-2 as they hit the line. Here's Nicoletti with the puck. Nicoletti to the middle, and DeAndrea had that go off the toe of his stick, and he couldn't put it towards goal. Here's MJ Graham 1-on-1, staring down George Holt. Graham will backhand it into the corner. First on it there is Peavy, rimmed around, and Ford will have it near side circle. Under 6 minutes to play here in period 2. Dragons still lead it 2-1 on the Van Weinsberg tally in this period. Ford, right circle, pass, high slot. DeAndrea, shot, good block by Noah Doyle as that goes up off of his body into the mesh and out of play. Jared Rutledge got to be appreciative of that for his young defenseman getting down and blocking that one. 5:49 to go here in the second. Carolina leading in shots right now, 17-14. That's only a second period total of 8-6. Shots have not exactly been flying at both of these netminders right now. It's been if this is another sport, you might call it a field position battle. Not sure you'd call it that in hockey, but it's got that similar sort of vibe. Here's some space, right wing circle for Finch. He tried to get around a man. Puck hopped up in the air. He gloved it up. Now a penalty coming up here against Carolina. Von Clauston's going to go for interference. Finch with a check there on Cangelosi as Cangelosi touches the puck, and we will get the call. After Finch grabbed that puck and tried to continue playing it past Clauston, Clauston just takes him down, and now here comes the first Georgia power play of the night for the River Dragons. The former Dragon, Von Clauston, sits in the box. .535 left to go here in the second. Face-off coming to the left of Modica. Carolina making sure they got the right personnel out. Grebennikov out late. Petrantonio wins the draw. And here comes that Georgia power play already set up. At the right point, Brad Nolan, center point to the left circle. Maldonado takes it off the wall. Maldonado back up to Nolan, left point. Whiffs on one pass. Martin trying to get a stick in there. Ends up feeding to Maldonado. Now a pass across. Butita reads it. Gets around a man. It's 2-on-1 the other way. Butita left wing circle. Pass to Martin, and that one was in his feet. And now Columbus can have some numbers back. 4-on-2 if they hustle. Austin Doe over the line. Left wing side being watched by Peshtuka. Doe has pass knocked off Peshtuka, and Grebenikov can't get it out. Petrantonio a drive, and he rings the outside of the net. Peshtuka plays it up the near side circle, finds Butita. He'll skate it out of danger, and he'll look for the chip in just on sides, and the pass to Martin. And Petrantonio does a good job lifting his stick, takes it behind the net, and quickly regroups. Back the other way come the Dragons. Petrantonio on the drop. Columbus going right to left across your radio dial in this Wild Animal Safari second period. Brad Nolan dumps it in left wing, and this one will get rimmed back from whence it came. Carolina 200 feet, and Columbus will stop it up once again. 53 seconds left in the Clouston Minor. Dragons are 0 for 11 this season on the power play, still looking for their first power play goal. Graham will chase after this one on the chip from Noah Doyle. George Holt in the backhand flip. Frigeau will glove it down and have it back in the neutral zone for himself. 35 ticks left in the man advantage. Van Weinsberg, left circle, drops it off for Krupp. Long pass across. Doyle with space, fires! And a save made there by Modica, and no rebound given up. We get our media timeout. 4:03 left to go in the second. 28 seconds of Georgia Power play time still remaining when we come back on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Oh, my apologies. Looks like we had that break already taken somehow. And we are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Dragons 2, Carolina 1. 28 seconds remaining in the Clouston Minor. As we mentioned, Dragons in their 2 games in Port Huron went 0 for 11 on the power play. So that ranks them dead last in the FPHL. Carolina at 84.2% is second. But it's a heck of a cluster because at 84.2%, 80% sits Danbury, who's in 6th. So if you care anything about your special teams ranking, obviously this power play opportunity is a little something big if you're Carolina. Rutledge returns to the pipes over to our right, but the faceoff is coming in the zone to our left. Modica's left, that is. And Carolina tries to get it out. Right point, it is held there. Shot from Doyle and a great deflection by Krupp, but it just got sent wide on the back door. Van Weinsberg with it along the hash marks at the half wall, plays it down into the corner. Graham racing after it. He's first there. On the forehand, left wing circle. 10 seconds left in the Clouston Minor. He stops it up. Krupp at the goal line to Graham. Now to Doyle. He rips one, and a pad save made there by Modica, ranging to his right. 2 seconds and 1. Clouston out of the box. 0 for 1 on the Georgia power play tonight are the Dragons. Krupp from behind the net flips it up, trying to go with a little bloop play into the slot. Hand pass waved off as Carolina touches it, and George Holt will send this down the length of the ice. Icing is on here against Carolina as it is 5-on-5. Sargis wins the race easily, and now some tired Thunderbirds out there that can't change. 3:18 left to go here in period 2. 2-1, Dragons lead it. Face off to the left of Modica. Bersani wins it through his legs. Right point shot, blocked. Dalton Anderson, backhand in the middle. Trevor Finch, a backhand, and it's patted away by Modica. 2-on-2 battle over Modica's right shoulder. Now a third man going to come in. That's George Holt, and he'll eventually fish the puck out. George Holt will take it behind his own net for some relief. And now trying to move this up ahead. Carolina's trying to get a change. This will take a deflection off a Columbus body, so no icing. And now the Thunderbirds can get the change they wanted. Frigeau trying to move quickly, but he can't catch Carolina in the midst of this change. Good stretch pass ahead. Here's Bersani, left circle. And a stick save made there by Modica, and it just hits the top of the glass and into the netting and out of play. 2:42 left in period 2, and it's Dragons 2, Carolina 1. Columbus opting to match some lines, it looks like here. The Bersani unit comes off, and it's the Petrantonio unit with Doe and Levi Armstrong. Linesmen get a fresh puck. That one went into the stands. Couldn't be held in by that netting. And Petrantonio wins it. Zach Sargis rims it around the boards. Peshtuka and Petrantonio rub shoulders, and it's the Columbus captain getting to that puck first in the corner. Armstrong trying to dig it out. He's being bothered by Blake Peavy. 2-on-2 battle directly on the goal line in the far corner of the Carolina end to our left. Armstrong rims this one around. And now a battle on the near side boards. Peavy and Doe trading backsides. Grebenikov lost it, but Doe couldn't get around him. Peshtuka rims this one around. Zach Sargis with it left wing hash. Austin Doe with it at the hash marks. He can't do anything with it. Carolina will flip it down, but Frigeau is being bothered here by Gus Ford. Frigeau will put it on the backhand to Sargis and get it right back. Frigeau lobs this one ahead. Icing is on here against Columbus, and Grebennikov wins the race uncontested. So no change allowed here on the icing here for Columbus. 1:50 left to go here in period 2. Dragons 2, Carolina 1. Robert Van Weinsberg right now, his goal the difference earlier in this period. Carolina opts to put this one to Rutledge's left. Petrantonio and Butita in on this drop. Tied up. Doe can't get it out. Held in at center point by Farmer. Farmer gets it to Holt. A check there. It goes behind the net. One-on-one battle as Dimmitt and Frigeau are rubbing shoulders in the far corner. Dimmitt comes out with it. A backhand effort. Save made Rutledge. Rebound loose in the slot. Columbus clears, and then Doe chips it out and sends it down to the Carolina Blue. Columbus will use this opportunity to get the change they wanted. We're under 90 seconds to go in the second. Columbus still leads by 1. Dalton Anderson couldn't get around Daniel Martin. Martin with a chip there, nothing doing. Dylan Farmer finds it. He's taken some abuse, but he's able to hold the line and prevent Columbus from moving any more forward. 2-on-2 battle right at the red line, and there's a lot of bodies falling over each other here. Bersani has to quickly pick himself back up as it hits him while he's down, and now Carolina has it in their own end. 1 minute left to go here, Wild Animal Safari second period, and Bersani might have caught one up high right there. Undetected by both referees, we play on. Butita from in front of his own bench plays it back to Holt at the blue, and this one will be chipped into the zone. Brad Nolan in the near side corner. He stops up, waits for the check from DeAndrea, and then puts it between the legs over to Zach Sargis. Carolina holds it in. Butita checked there by Graham on the back. This one rims around underneath the goal line. With it here is Brad Nolan. Brad Nolan will send this one ahead. One more rush, maybe. No, still more than 30 seconds left here in the period. Zach Sargis can't get it out. Weak outlet. Gus Ford holds it at the left point. Sargis gets it back. Couldn't play it in the path of Van Weinsberg. This is going to go for icing here against Columbus. 15.9 left to go here in period 2. And Zach Sargis is going to have to come back out onto the ice. So some tired Dragons out there. Just got to hold the fort for just under 16 more seconds to have the lead going into the locker room. Face off to the left of Rutledge. And we get a false start. And we continue on it. Van Weinsberg checks down his man Peavy. Here's a chance for Ford at the side of the net. Rutledge came out to cut off the angle. 8 seconds left to go in the period. Held in right point there by Clouston. He rims it around. Brad Nolan with it far corner. Checked there by Peavy. It's loose in the feet, and that'll do it for the second period of play. River Dragons find the breakthrough they needed in that period to take the lead. Their second lead of the game thanks to Robert Van Weinsberg. And with 20 minutes left to go in regulation, they will now take a well-deserved rest and look to close out with 3 strong points here at home. We take a break. When we come back, the McDonald's second intermission report comes up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Your career path is not a game, and when you spend 1/3 to 1/2 of your life working, you should love what you do. If your job isn't working for you, then we want you working with us. We have an entire group of radio stations and digital platforms, and we're looking for experienced account media consultants to help clients develop new ideas. You could be their go-to marketing person, utilizing traditional media, digital media, and social media. If interested, send your cover letter and resume to jobs@pmbradio.com. That's jobs@pmbradio.com. PMB Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons lead the Thunderbirds through 40 minutes of play by a score of 2-1, thanks to Robert Van Weinsberg. His second of the season at the 8:04 mark makes it 2-1 Columbus. Shots on goal are even at 18 apiece. That was a second period advantage for Columbus just by a tally of 10-9. Doesn't look like much else really to report on the scoring sheet. Like I said, at the end of the first intermission report, we expected a very refocused period from both of these teams, and while they did allow some power plays each way, they were killed off, and neither team has yet to come through on the special teams. In fact, Vaughn Clouston's latest penalty for interference was the first power play opportunity Columbus had in this game, and while they are still looking for their first power play goal of the season, they are also still perfect on the penalty kill because of it. So the special teams are at a standstill for both of these teams, and right now it's 2-1 Dragons thanks to the 5-on-5 play. Robert Van Weinsberg in the second. Hunter Bersani had the goal in the first period, and sandwiched in between them was a Vaughn Clouston breakaway chance that he was able to bury for his first of the season all the way back in period one. They are collecting Chuck-a-Puck here at the Civic Center. Taylor Blackwell's down there at ice level listing off the winners. Let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll have some more details about that second period, and we will take a look around the league thanks to the Zelmo Zip-In after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
At the Country Inn & Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Does driving that old car make you feel foul? Then bust out of that old bird. Are you stuffed with a high monthly payment? Then trade in that old turkey during Turkey Days. Right here at Opelika Ford, you could get out of your old car today, even if you still owe thousands more than it's worth. Yes, thousands. And Opelika Ford wants to buy your car, even if you don't buy from us. Get into a brand new Ford today. We have a great selection with new vehicles arriving daily. If we don't have it, we'll find it. So get out of that old turkey you're driving. You could get thousands more than you'd ever expect. And Opelika Ford wants to buy your car even if you don't buy from us. During Turkey Days, all roads lead to Opelika, right here at Opelika Ford. Just 25 minutes from Columbus. Call 800-NEXT-RIDE. OpelikaFord.com. OpelikaFord.com. To qualified buyers.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center with Chuck-a-Puck being cleaned up down at ice level. And we are in the McDonald's second intermission report. I'm Zach DeBozart. Fans, go check out our website, ourdragons.com/MCD deal. That's MCD-deal. You get a heck of a deal thanks to the Peasel family at your local Chattahoochee Valley area McDonald's. You can get 4 meals from McDonald's, 4 tickets to a River Dragons games, and 4 cotton hats, all for the low, low price of $48. That's over $125 value. And a 4 for $48 plan thanks to McDonald's and the Peasel Management Group. So again, go to ourdragons.com/MCD deal. That's MCD-deal. And you can come on out to the River Dragons game on the cheap thanks to McDonald's. Certain restrictions apply. See website for details. 2-1 our score here in favor of Columbus over the Carolina Thunderbirds. Let's take a peek around the FPHL, see how the other teams are doing on our Zelmo Zip-In look around the league. We started up in Eastern Michigan, where Columbus just was at the McMorran Arena. And the Danbury Hat-Tricks find themselves with a little bit more success right now than Columbus had. 5-2. Hat-Tricks lead it. When we left this game, it was 2-2 in the middle of the second. Danbury put up 3 more before the period ended. 14 minutes left to go in the third, and the Hat-Tricks are cruising right now to a potential 3 points. Up 5-2, but still some time left. Gordy Bonnell, Johnny Ruiz, and Corey Anderson again in that order late in the second period. That's what gives Danbury their current 3-goal advantage. Taking a look over at the Delaware Fairgrounds Ice Arena in Harrington, Delaware. The Binghamton Black Bears had 3 in the first period. They got 3 more in the second, but Delaware answered back with a couple of their own. 6-3 Black Bears through 40 minutes in that barn burner. 17 seconds and 36 seconds into the second period, Nikita Ivashkin and Igor Borschev scored the first 2 goals of the period. Delaware with an answer with 2 of their own. Ryan Marker again and Dan Cangelosi. Igor Borschev got his second of the game, though, and that's what gives the game its 6-3 scoreline as they are actually into the third period. 13 minutes left to go in the third. They're moving quickly out there in Delaware. They started the exact same time we did, but we're in the middle of the second intermission report right now here in Columbus. That's your look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In, fueling life's dreams. Let's take a quick peek at the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Over in the SPHL, Roanoke leads Vermilion County by a score of 5-3 with 8:49 left to go in the third. 8 minutes to go in the second. Knoxville and Evansville are tied 1-1. Huntsville 2, Pensacola nothing over in North Alabama. 15 minutes to go in the second. Quad City leads Peoria 2-1. 17.5 to go in period 2. And through 20 minutes of play, Fayetteville on the road, leading big, 3-0 over the Birmingham Bulls. That's the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Let's take another break. When we come back, we get yourself all ready to go for the Houston Clinic third period after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
At Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, served with big smiles at a great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
The Chattahoochee favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
Welcome back into the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons 2, Carolina 1 through 40 minutes of play. We're on the McDonald's second intermission report. And as we take a look at the scoreboard right now, it says 18-18 shots on goal on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. And anybody who's followed the league for a while knows that that is a strange stat line, especially for the Carolina Thunderbirds. They are very much used to outshooting their opponents, and even in the early stages of the Garrett Rutledge era in Carolina, they were doing so in certain times to both Delaware and Watertown on the road. Right now, both teams only averaging 9 shots a period. It's been very, I don't want to say standstill, but just very defensive-minded, a very contained type game being played by both of these teams. And obviously, with Carolina being down by a goal heading into the third period, you know they're going to be stepping up their urgency, and it makes me wonder, will we see the Carolina teams of old that were so good at just hemming their opponents in and racking up shot after shot after shot and peppering and testing the opposing netminder, or will Columbus continue to find a way to do what they're doing and not only stifle Carolina's chances, but continue with chances of their own? Again, 18-18 is shots on goal. Neither team is really lighting it up offensively, but Columbus has that one more thanks to a good offensive presence from the Krupp, Graham, and Van Weinsberg line. So when you break it down, that line currently being the X factor, how does Carolina set apart to match that? We said it was going to be a refocused second period when these teams came out of the locker room, but going into the third, I have to imagine for Columbus, you got to just prevent yourself from turtling. You cannot sit back on a one-goal lead against the Carolina Thunderbirds. History will tell you that no matter whose system they're running, who's at the helm, because the Thunderbirds are a very dangerous team no matter the personnel. And for Carolina, as we said, you're going to have to start ramping up the intensity and trying to find ways to break past this Columbus defense, because most shots that Jared Rutledge has seen have been very easy, very menial saves. If that continues, hard-pressed to believe Carolina could find a result out of this one. It's a heck of a game right now. Columbus 2, Carolina 1. Zamboni is making its last passes, so we're going to take our final break of the McDonald's second intermission report. When we come back, the Houston Clinic third period is up next on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo's Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
It's the greatest way to kick off the holidays and the perfect place to do it. The Holiday Extravaganza at the Flower Cart, Saturday, November 13th from 9 to 3. There'll be tons of sales plus snacks and sips, so shop away and get a jump on pre-Black Friday specials and book your custom designed Christmas decor wreaths, garlands, and table designs so they'll be ready before you need them. Grab Christmas gifts while the selection is great at the Flower Cart and shop the holiday collection in the boutique for your upcoming parties and events. Saturday, November 13th from 9 to 3 at the Flower Cart, Stadium Plaza, Phoenix City.
Social distancing slows the spread of coronavirus, so if you have a fever, dry cough, and shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going in. More info at coronavirus.gov. Let's all do our part, because we're all #AloneTogether. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons 2, Thunderbirds 1 through 40 minutes of play. And looks like our Zamboni is taking a couple of extra laps just to make sure we get the ice fresh. And, well, let's be honest, there was a lot of chugga-pucks down there on the ice. So just a little bit of a delay to start our third period. Brought to you by Houston Clinic, also the proud partner of our penalty kill. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. As we mentioned during the intermission report, special teams have been perfect on the defensive side of things. River Dragons 3 for 3 on their penalty kill. Thunderbirds 1 for 1 the one time that they have had to kill one off. Our coaches have returned to the ice and are heading to their benches, and we'll await the teams to come out in just a moment. First it'll be Carolina in the zone to our right, and then Columbus out to our left. And then our third team, there they are, the officials. The traditional boos, of course, here in Columbus, but I'll be honest with you, I think it's been a well-officiated game. There's been some stuff here and there. Obviously, these two teams very familiar with each other. They like to go at it, so they've been allowed to play. We got to appreciate that so far in this one. Carolina's back out onto the ice. They are dressed in the road whites with the script and state Carolina on the chest. Black helmets, black pants, white socks, and red numbers. They go right to left across your radio dial. Nick Modica has 16 saves on 18 shots so far in this game. And leading the River Dragons back out onto the ice, it is Jared Rutledge. 17 saves on 18 Thunderbird shots. He was perfect in that second period. He'll look to continue to hold down the fort as the River Dragons go left to right in the home red jerseys, black helmets, secondaries, and pants. Again, they go left to right, Carolina right to left. Final intermission seconds ticking down, and a couple of the players have noticed ice is still a little shiny in places. They're trying to blow some snow and get it as dry as they can, ready to play this third period. Referee with the puck in hand, getting ready to go. That's Eric Holvig, and we'll see what the teams send out. It will be the Petrantonio unit for Jerome Bichard. Petrantonio with Doe and Armstrong on the wings. And you will have Zach Sargis and looks like Paul Frigeau out there on defense. For the Thunderbirds, what we can see from their huddle, Cameron Dimmitt's line is going to be out there. Peshtuka and on the back end, Vaughn Clouston. On the wings with Dimmitt, it'll be Blake Peavy. Trying to get that last number. Is that Tommy Cardinal? Yes, it looks like it is. So here we go. Eric Holvig's lined up at center. Check the goal judges, check the netminders, and the Houston Clinic third period is underway. Peavy wins the draw. It'll be dumped in, a bouncer, and Modica has to glove it there. And just 7 seconds into the period, we get a whistle. Face-off will come to the left of the Carolina netminder. Petrantonio v. Peavy again, this time an offensive zone draw for the Dragons. Petrantonio wins it clean. Frigeau, right point, fires a shot. Looking for a tip, not available. Glove save made, Modica, but he coughed it up into the slot. It's still battling around in bodies. Oh, Armstrong whiffed on the back door. He kicked it to his stick and just could not find it to tap it in home while Modica was sprawled out with bodies all around him. Now Armstrong moves this one up to Petrantonio, and they call icing on this. It appeared to me that Armstrong seemed to have had the red line, but the linesmen disagree, and the River Dragons will not be able to change. Thunderbirds trying to take advantage, change of their own. 19:31 left to go here in the third. Face off to the left of Rutledge. Tied up in the feet, Petrantonio and Butita. Petro will get the tip out to Levi Armstrong, who gains the red this time and shoots it in, and now Columbus can get that change they were looking for. Kremenikov from behind his own net. Plays this one ahead to Butita, still in the Carolina end. Now it's skated out there by George Holt. Holt takes some stick work, dropped it for Butita as he shoots it into the Columbus end. Schmidt off the far side wall. Van Weinsberg bothered there by Butita, and he's got the puck now. Butita behind the net for Carolina. He's dodging some stick checks there, and finally finishing his check is Schmidt. Behind the net, Noah Doyle racing after this, but Daniel Martin's in front of him. Martin, far side circle. Doyle checks him. Puck goes free. Right point just held in by Grebennikov, and he gets checked there. Still holding it into the zone. Doyle will drop it for Schmidt, far side corner. Schmidt for Krupp, good tape-to-tape pass, sends it through the legs as he took a check, and at the Carolina blue, George Holt takes over. A tip from MJ Graham, but it's still on the stick of Butita, and now Carolina tries to turn it up ice. Can't enter the zone to our left as Noah Doyle reads one at the Columbus blue line. Doyle up ahead for Graham. He's going to rush the net now. Doyle has it behind the net with Grebennikov chasing after him. A left puck, nothing doing there, as Nicoletti will be able to play it up to Grebennikov, and he moves it up ice. Skating it through, the natural forward playing defense today. Grebennikov dropping it back. Gus Ford found some space left wing side, but he couldn't collect that puck on his backhand. Ford tied up here with Maldonado, and now it'll be sent down the length of the ice. Won't have enough for icing with a good angle, and picking it up is Blake Peavy in front of his own netminder. Peavy to Nicoletti. He gets checked there by Maldonado. Now here's Finch with this puck. Check that, that's Anderson who laid the check. Finch moved it around the boards, but lost it, and now Peavy sidesteps a man, recollects the puck, played it up to the neutral zone. Icing is on here, but Columbus has to win the race. Maldonado thought his D partner was going to go grab it. That was Brad Nolan. Nolan thought Maldonado was going to turn. Thankfully, though, one of them won that race ahead of Carolina's Cameron Dimmitt. 17:41 left to go here in the third. Dragons 2, Thunderbirds 1. Face-off coming to the left of Modica. Bersani set to take this draw against Peavy. Peavy wins it clean, and Grebennikov takes it away from in front of his own net. Bersani lays a check there onto Ford. Ford retreats deeper into his zone. Gives it back to Grebennikov behind the Thunderbirds net. Down the ice it goes, and Grebennikov looks up to the rafters as he's iced that puck. His pass was errant and didn't find its intended target. 17:26 left to go now here in period 3. Dragons 2, Carolina 1. The difference right now is the Van Weinsberg backhander off his own rebound. His second of the season. Currently has Columbus out in front. Peavy wins this draw. This one will get rimmed around Nicoletti. And Grebennikov inserts himself into the play. Nolan holds in left point, and Nicoletti clears it from the slot. Petrantonio shrugs off Grebennikov from behind the net. Doe will have it side. Now it goes to the far side, and Armstrong couldn't put a tap in there from the side of the net as it was played away by Nicoletti. He'll tip that one in, and Carolina will get a change that they need. Gus Ford from behind the net. Ford being watched there. Brad Nolan slipped and fell, but an errant pass hits Levi Armstrong on the tape. Armstrong trying to race into the zone. Dropped it back for Petrantonio. He gets around Cangelosi. Petrantonio's shot blocked away by a good stick from Pastuca. Doe with this puck. Rims it around. Here's DeAndrea with it now. Frigeau on his back. Gets it there. Backhand across the crease and wide as Modica was playing deep in his net. Along the half wall, far side, just holding it in left point. Great stick there by MJ Graham. And now coming up on this play is Paul Frigeau to prevent a 2-on-1 for Carolina. MJ Graham in over the line, right wing side. Cangelosi, good stick lift, picks his pocket. Now back the other way comes Carolina 2-on-2, but they're at the end of a shift, and Tommy Cardinal will just give it up, but Columbus will ice it. And now the River Dragons will not be able to change off the icing. 16:14 left to go in the third. Dragons 2, Thunderbirds 1. Got a lot of great promotions coming up for the River Dragons, and if you took a peek at Fire and Ice, our digital program that you can check if you follow us on social media, or if you're here at the game, scan the QR code on the back of your physical program for the full digital program. There's a few teasers from Dash. We got some specialty jerseys to be announcing soon for some fun promotional nights. You're going to want to follow us on social media, _River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for all the latest. Daniel Martin has this puck behind the Carolina net, being watched by Robert Van Weinsberg. 15:48 left to go here in the third. Dragons 2, Carolina 1. This one played over, right wing side. George Holt sends it up to John Butita. 3-on-2 as he hits the line through the middle. Butita lays it off to Martin, right circle, and a shoulder save made there by Rutledge. Rebound found near side, but Frigeau overskated it. Here's Butita trying to pass it to the middle, and Frigeau, good active stick in recovery, takes away the pass. MJ Graham prevents Dylan Farmer from getting onto that puck, and Carolina has to regroup back in their own end. Farmer waved at that puck, missed it, and icing is on here against the Birds. Dragons will win the race uncontested, and with 15-13 now left to go here in period 3. Some tired Carolina Thunderbirds out there. Dragons trying to take advantage. They'll have a line change of their own to try and take. Face-off coming to the left of Modica. Williamson wins it clean. Bersani to Doyle, and that one blocked in front. Daniel Martin doing a good job getting his body in the way. Bersani's pass across is blocked away by Modica. Anderson can't hold in at the left point. This one can't be gloved down by Anderson. Carolina dumps it in on the right side of red and gets the change that they are looking for. Bersani tried to get a tip on this. They say he did, so no icing, and Grebennikov will collect back in his own end. Grebennikov skates this one up, pass into the neutral zone, just out of a reaching stick of Tommy Cardinal. Columbus will find the scraps, and here's Jagger Williamson. Williamson turns this one up ice. This one backhanded by Bersani into the zone for Carolina. Grebennikov first on it. He's tied up with Jagger Williamson, and the puck will be left for Tommy Cardinal. Check that, Nicoletti. Nicoletti moves this one up. Here's Gus Ford, 2-on-3 as he hits the line left wing. Ford with a chip move to get around Doyle. He's still with it in the corner. Spins back onto the forehand. Pass to the high slot. Looking. Clouston waits, fires, and sends it wide of the glove hand. Springy backboards on the back door, and nothing doing there. Peavy couldn't shoot. Petrantonio with this puck. He has the red line. He'll chip that one in softly. He'll dare Modica to play it in the corner, and he will. Modica rims it around. Petrantonio with the hash marks. Bobbled it for a moment. Couldn't get it settled. It'll be dumped out by Carolina to the red. Tom Maldonado will find the puck for the Dragons. Armstrong, good pass across. It's Petrantonio, left circle. Petro looks to the middle. That one blocked. Here's Armstrong, and he sends it wide to the far post. Ooh, a chance would open up there for Armstrong. Nothing doing. Maldonado, a chance. Glove save, and the rebound. Doe is denied as Modica got across to his left. 13:36 left to go in the third. Columbus starting to ramp up the intensity. Up 1 here at home. Now here's a chance. Gus Ford reaches back and gets it one-on-one with Brad Nolan. Nolan tries to cut him off, sends him wide into the corner. Puck gets left there. John Butita played it to the middle, kicked away. George Holt's shot. That one blocked, loose in the slot, and Petrantonio will skate it out of danger. Petrantonio at the red line, softly chips it in off the glass, and he will head off for a change. 13:10 now left to go here in period 3. Both teams changing behind this play. Carolina has it behind their own net. Skating this one out is George Holt. Holt gets away from his counterpart 22, Jay Krupp, chips it in from the right side of red. Frigeau, stick battle there with Cangelosi, goes to the near side wall. Butita tries to lift it. Look at that, Van Weinsberg ahead for Krupp, and he's on a breakaway. Jay Krupp in all alone, waits, backhand, save made by Modica, and he'll cover it up. We got to arm up on the play, though, and a penalty is going to be called on this. Hooking is the call. It will not be a penalty shot, but I think George Holt got enough of Jay Krupp to warrant 2 minutes. So the Georgia Power play starts up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
Back here on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. River Dragons lead 2-1 over the Carolina Thunderbirds, and a 2-minute hooking call going against George Holt on the Jay Krupp half breakaway. It's the second Georgia power play of the night for the Dragons. Still looking for the first power play goal on the year. What a time this would be to get it. Jagger Williamson can't hold in at the left point, though. He gets checked, and he has to retreat all the way back into his own end. Williamson playing this one up ahead. Here's Van Weinsberg, rims this one around. Peshtuka and Graham, they rub shoulders into the near side corner. Graham trying to reach back and find this puck. Van Weinsberg covers him. Van Weinsberg, high slot. Krupp, left circle with it now. They trade places to Williamson at the center point. Top of left circle, Krupp walks it. Back for Jagger. He looks. Passes now to Frigeau. Right circle, a drive, and a save made there by Modica. Screen did not develop in front in time. And now some pushing and shoving as Vaughn Clouston is getting involved. Looks like with both Van Weinsberg and Graham, who are trying to crash the net there on that play. 12:08 left to go here in the third period, and still 1:24 remaining in the Holt Minor for this Georgia power play. Face off to the left of Modica. And it'll be won there by Peavy. Peshtuka trying to work it out. Frigeau, great job holding in right point. A high shot, and Modica makes a save. Krupp was looking for a tip. None was available, but what a play by Frigeau at the right point to keep that one in and get a shot towards net. 1:16 now left here in the Georgia power play, and 12 minutes even here in the third. We get a whistle, and MJ Graham's going to get tossed, and Jagger Williamson's going to come in from the left point to take this draw and keep the wings where they're at. Jagger Williamson wins it, forces it back to Frigeau. Now to the left circle, here's MJ Graham. Graham fires, save made Modica. Peshtuka and Krupp are in a heck of a body battle in front. Peshtuka doing a good job for his goaltender to allow him to see that shot. It's the River Dragons now piling up shots, 27-18. That's 9-0. Here in this third period, Rutledge has yet to make a save. He hasn't needed to. The Dragons have been controlling play well. 1:08 still remaining in the Holt Minor. Face off to the right of Modica, and what do we get out of this? Timeout. Everybody is left. They're taking this one out to the neutral zone. Not quite sure what that was all about. Carolina wins it and will dump it down the length of the ice. Rutledge will slow it up there for the power play to pick it back up. Williamson takes a check, gets it over to Frigeau. And Frigeau will skate this one ahead. Up ahead for MJ Graham now. Graham filtering it through. Van Weinsberg with it on his stick. Van Weinsberg, right circle, stops it up to Frigeau, right point. He'll play it over to the left point now. Williamson with this puck. Williamson, left wing circle, stops it up. A play back to Graham. Graham spins it around from danger at the left point. Now back for Williamson, trying to give and go. Nothing doing to the center point. Here's Frigeau, a drive, and deflected by Krupp, but a good save by Modica. 28 seconds remaining in the Georgia power play. Williamson with this at the left point. Down into the corner for Van Weinsberg. He passes across. It's loose, high in the slot, up in the air, and Peavy will get to this one. Jay Krupp in a battle with him, right wing corner. Peshtuka comes in, rims this one around. Williamson will find it at the left point. Uh-oh, look out, he bobbled it, and here's Grebennikov in on a breakaway. Victor Grebennikov in all alone. Shot, save made, Rutledge. Shot that one right into the breadbasket, looking 5-hole. Jagger Williamson's upset with himself for letting up the breakaway, but he taps Rutledge and says, thanks for bailing me out. Huge save by Jared Rutledge for his first of the period. Keeps this game 2-1 with 5 seconds remaining in the Holt Minor. Face off to the left of Rutledge. Petrantonio will win it. Columbus has got to move this up ice as George Holt is out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5. Austin Doe trying to get through the legs of Clouston. And the former Dragon doing a good job playing some defense there. Here's Butita with this right wing circle. Butita a drive. Save made by Ruddy. And he holds on and gives up no rebound. 10:32 left to go here in the third. Dragons 2, Thunderbirds 1. Columbus is now 0 for 2 on the Georgia power play tonight. Fans, be sure to stick around after today's game. The Chattahoochee post-game show will be live right here on YouTube and on the River Dragons radio network. And for those of you that are in the arena listening into the game, tune in on your radios. 106.9, the flagship station here in Columbus. Columbus wins the draw. Levi Armstrong sends this one ahead to Austin Doe. In over the line, 1-on-2. Doe waiting for some reinforcements. Fired a shot. That one blocked. And here's Carolina back the other way. Now it's Butita going to try and go 1-on-2 against the Columbus defense. Butita, left wing circle, stops it up. A pass to the high slot. Center point held in by Nicoletti. And that one took an odd tip off a Columbus player. And Rutledge had to get the blocker out on that one. Schmidt will spin it back and take his time behind the Columbus net. More than halfway through this third period. River Dragons still in front, 2-1. Thanks to Robert Van Weinsberg. Icing called against Columbus. Columbus won't be able to change, but we do get immediate timeout. 30 seconds and we're back here on the Columbus River Dragons radio network.
Vectorply is a world leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Vectorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Vectorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Vectorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. 2-1, Dragons lead it. 9:50 left to go in the third. Robert Van Weinsberg's tally in the second period. Currently the difference. The Carolina Thunderbirds have an offensive zone draw coming up to Rutledge's right. Panachik and Petrantonio, they tie up on this one. Check there, Anderson. As this one will get rimmed around. Levi Armstrong has this puck now. Armstrong from the red line dumps this one in, and Columbus will be able to complete the change off of the icing from before the media timeout. Petrantonio tried to wrap it around, and Vaughn Clouston was able to deny him on the back door. Those two end up falling down. Now back come the other way are the Thunderbirds, 4-on-4. With this puck at the left point, it's Gus Ford. Ford plays it to Maldonado. That's the wrong team for him, and Maldonado will chip it down. Good touch on it, no icing, as the Thunderbirds will be able to touch it before the goal line. Ford plays it to Nicoletti, goes through his stick. Carolina still in their own end as Nicoletti has to race back on the near side boards. 9:03 left to go in the third. Chance, score! Beauty of a play. Bersani forced the turnover. Finch toe Dragon in. 3-1 Dragons. Well, blink and you would have missed that. Hunter Bersani, what a play from behind the net. He has been lethal. Creates the turnover, sets up Finch in front, and Finch just has to outweight a desperate Modica as it is 3-1 Columbus, 9:02 left to go here in the third. They'll get a face-off at center ice. Thought maybe Carolina might have took a timeout off that. They do not. And because of that, here's Dana Barker.
He shoots! Dragons goal scored by number 20, Trevor Finn!
Van Weinsberg, a good shot there.
Number 15, Hunter Bersani at 10:58 of the third period.
Finch's first of the year. Bersani will pick up a helper. And it is 3-1 Dragons, 8:35 left to go here in the third. Here's a chance, high slot for Krupp. He's going away from net though, plays it on the backhand into the corner to Van Weinsberg. Van Weinsberg with a chip. Krupp waved and missed. Frigeau from the right point, fakes the shot, now fires, and a save made by Modica. Seeing it through traffic, ranging to his right, and swallows it up. 8:20 left to go here in the third. Dragons 3, Carolina 1. Trevor Finch, the Fort Wayne, Indiana native, was playing ACHA hockey at the University of Oklahoma just earlier this season before turning pro here with the River Dragons. And now, save that puck for him. First pro goal comes in the third. Frigeau holds in at the right point. Carolina trying desperately to work it out. Dimmitt will play it to the red line, and it'll be found by Zach Sargis. He'll play that one in. No icing. Modica had raised his arm trying to get that call from the linesman. It rims around. Petrantonio steps in front of Dimmitt in the corner. Petrantonio then moves it around Clouston, who was rushing in to try and cover. Here's Cardinal playing that one to the far circle. Stretch pass across ice. Here's Gus Ford, one-on-one racing after with Frigeau. And what a stick play right there. Paul Frigeau knocks that one away. Zach Sargis from behind the net. Sargis skates this one up, plays it over to Petrantonio at the red line, and he'll chip this one into the corner. 7:35 left to go in the third. Dragons up 2 here in their home opener. Gus Ford has the red off the long stretch pass. He'll play it in, and Carolina responds with a change of their own. Columbus going left to right across your radio dial here in the Houston Clinic third period. Looking for some space to operate here is Dalton Anderson, choosing Justin Schmidt. Schmidt will eventually move it out. Here's Noah Doyle. Doyle gets the legs turning left wing sided. Defenseman up on the play. Gets around Farmer. Doyle on the backhand in front of the net. And that one blockered away by Modica. Here's Clouston. He drops it back, dangerously so. In fact, it's a turnover. Here's Dalton Anderson. Left circle, fires, and he sent it wide past the glove hand on Modica. Schmidt can't hold it in, right point. Finch would have touched on a delayed offside, so he retreats. Clouston moves this one ahead. A backhand effort by DeAndrea puts it into the Columbus zone, but they'll get out with a good geometry pass to Bersani. Now an over the line left wing to Finch. Finch fires, ramps up off the stick, into the netting, and out of play. 6:34 left to go here in the third. Dragons 3, Thunderbirds 1. Shots on goal, the Heckler & Koch shot counter, 32-21. That is a 14-3 advantage for Columbus. They have come out and dominated in this third period, much to the, I don't want to say surprise of myself, but you would have figured Carolina down 1, you would have thought those shot totals would have been opposite. Columbus is doing a good job keeping the pressure, staying hungry. Maldonado's shot is deflected by Krupp. Another one put on Modica, but he swallows it up and makes a save. Face off to the left of the Carolina netminder. It'll be MJ Graham going against Blake Peavy. And Graham is going to get waved as it didn't come to a stop off of that face off. Who's going to come in and take it? It'll be Jay Krupp. Peavy will win it clean. Pashtuka rims this one around. Grebennikov and Graham, they bump bodies in the corner. Graham to the middle. Van Weinsberg spins around, gets it. Krupp, backhand save made there by Modica. That puck just kept rolling through bodies, and Krupp had a chance, but he was in too close. Oh, a little pinball between 24 and 23. That's Nolan and Cardinal. Nolan gets the better of that one, plays it off to the near side, and with some spaces, Van Weinsberg. His shot goes off the stick, and it goes into the netting and out of play. 6:02 now left to go here in the third. Dragons 3, Carolina 1. The third period goal scored by Trevor Finch with an assist to Hunter Bersani. Face-off coming to the left of Modica. Petrantonio wins it. Frigeau with it right point. His shot, two-man block for Carolina, then Frigeau just got Butita up high. Cross-check there. Frigeau's letting Butita know about it. And now George Holt and Joe Cancelosi going to come in and shove. And the Clans are going to meet over this. Frigeau's shot was blocked by a two-man wall. And then he just cross-checked at Butita, caught him up high. And he's likely going to go for something. Cross-checking, high-sticking, don't know what exactly. But the referee's arm was up in the air on him. Elbowing is going to be the official call. So Frigeau will sit, and it will be the fourth Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. You can hear the crowd. They don't like it. It's one of those things where after the shot was blocked, hitting a guy up high like that's always going to draw the attention of the referee. Because of that, we have a Carolina power play in front of us. Carolina wins the draw from the right point. A save made by Rutledge, seeing it through traffic off the stick of Clouston. Behind that, it's Cameron Dimmitt. Passing that one up the half wall. Now back to Clouston center point. A D-to-D pass. Ford down to Dimmitt, bottom of the circles. Back up to Clouston, high slot. Lets one go, and a glove save. Rutledge. Rebound, he'll eventually find it. The couple of Thunderbirds were trying to whack at a loose puck there. And one Thunderbird is down. I don't think he caught that stick in a good area. That's Blake Peavy down. A little gut check for him. He picks himself back up. Tap there from Petrantonio. Some respect, knowing what happened. And now both, well, at least Columbus will head off for a change. Carolina looks to keep this same unit on. Frigeau still has a minute 38 left. It is minor for elbowing. Dragons lead at 3-1. Carolina trying to draw themselves back within one on the man advantage. Right point. Clouston has it off the Carolina win. Dimmitt with this puck. Down in the corner. Couldn't read it for Ford. And now it's a good steal. Coming up with some speed, but then flipping it into the zone is Bersani. Excuse me, that was Schmidt. Schmidt was showing off the good wheels and good hands right there. Now a loose puck into the neutral zone. Trevor Finch is first on it there, getting in front of Cameron Dimmitt. And now Noah Doyle will shoot it down ice. Wide of the blocker hand on Modica, but it's more time killed off. Just over a minute left to go in the Frigeau minor. Butita being bothered by Finch. Anderson trying to go in at it with the stick. He loses his edge. Here's Butita, left wing side. 3-on-2 as he hits the line left wing. Butita from the bottom of the circles. He's on the backhand, being chased by Doyle. Now he stops it up along the half wall. Right point to Cangelosi. Gets this one over to Clouston, left circle. Back for Cangelosi, center point. Now to Butita, right point. Hopped over his stick. Recollects along the wall. To Martin. Martin to Butita, now back Cangelosi at the blue. Left circle, Clouston didn't have an angle to pull the trigger. Pass to the middle, pinballs around. Dalton Anderson can slap at it. Butita finds it. Cangelosi a drive, and that one blocked in front. Good hustle there by Finch. This one found top of the right circle, Butita. 25 seconds left to go in the Frigeau Minor. Shot from the goal line, and an easy save made by Rutledge as he's holding on to his post. And we get our final media timeout of the game. 4:14 left to go in the third. 21 seconds left in the Frigeau Minor. Back with the conclusion of this one on the Columbus River Dragons radio network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons lead 3-1, but still have 21 seconds of Houston Clinic penalty kill time remaining on the Paul Frigeau Minor. Face off to the left of Rutledge. Columbus will win it, and this one will be shot around the boards. Peshtuka can't hold it in at the left point. Down the ice it goes for Modica to slow it up now. Peshtuka with it in the left wing circle of his own end. Skates it up into the neutral zone. 3 seconds left. Frigeau standing up in the box. Peshtuka pass, right circle, backhand effort goes across the crease and wide as Cameron Dimmitt tried to drive the net. Peshtuka, big check on no man, shot from the left point. Clouston, and a good pad save made there by Rutledge. 3:43 left to go here in the third. Puck loose along the side wall. Jagger Williamson picks it up. Good side step around a man. Feeds it ahead to Frigeau. Frigeau, left wing circle, fresh out of the box, lays it back. Nolan a drive and a blocker save made there by Modica. Gus Ford has this puck. Ford trying to skate it up. He lost the handle on it, and Krupp will shoot it back in to the Carolina end. Carolina really has to pick up the intensity now. They're down by 2, trying not to fall on a 3-game losing streak. Columbus would be happy with their first 3 points of the year. Cardinal checked into the boards there, corner by Noah Doyle. Puck goes free for Columbus. Passing it up ahead, too far out of the reach of MJ Graham, and George Holt will move this to the red line. Daniel Martin leaves it back. Cardinal now back for George Holt at his own blue. This one gets chipped into the zone. Noah Doyle with it. He'll rim it around. Cangelosi had his stick tied up. Nicoletti from the left point looking for a tip and none available. Krupp with it on the far side boards. Chips this one off the glass behind Holt, but it won't have enough for icing as he gets it at the hash marks. Graham checks Holt as he lets go of that puck on the near side. This one will get sent up. Icing is on here if Sargis can win this race, and he does, just ahead of Butita with 2:31 left to go in the regulation. Excuse me. Face-off coming to the left of Modica. Bersani wins it, and a shot from Anderson goes wide of the blocker hand on Modica. Carolina chips this one to center. Anderson has it in front of the Thunderbirds bench. He'll play it all the way back into his own end for Paul Frigeau to pick up. Frigeau sends this one to Finch. Finch goes off his stick, and Carolina takes it back. Grebennikov off the glass. Cangelosi trying to lift Frigeau's twig, and the Thunderbirds will have it back. Here's Grebennikov, left wing side. 3-on-3 as he hits the line, trying to get around Bersani. Grebennikov trying to lift the stick. Frigeau too hard on it there. Now he's tied up by a couple of birds in the corner, and the puck goes free for Anderson. 2-minute warning underneath it now here in the third. Anderson 3-on-2 as he hits the line. Bersani driving the net, and that one hit off of him. Anderson tried it again to the middle. Nobody home. Brad Nolan left point, holds it in, plays it softly down into the corner. Peshtuka moving it up to Grebennikov on the far wall. Columbus is able to read it there, and Dalton Anderson's in over the line, but offsides as his teammates just couldn't get back on. I believe that was Hunter Bersani who was lagging behind the play just a touch. 1:40 left to go here in the third. Dragons 3, Carolina 1. And we do have a timeout called on the ice. Timeout Carolina. They are going to try and draw something up from the neutral zone, likely to just break in and then try and get Modica to the bench. Our scoring in this game, it's come overtime, if you will. Hunter Bersani got us going early in the first period, 2-11 from behind the goal line. And I mean, like, basically with his backside along the backboards, got it in off of the calf of Nick Modica for the game's opening goal. Vaughn Clouston ended up tying the game in that first period with a breakaway goal of his own. Since then, it's been 2 unanswered for the River Dragons. First, from Robert Van Weinsberg getting his own rebound and backhanding it in. And then Trevor Finch on a great play. Hunter Bersani set up to, again, create havoc, create a turnover, and Finch just had to outweight Modica, and that's how we sit 3-1 with 100 seconds to go. Maldonado shoots this one in from the red line, just wide of Modica, and here's Clouston with it now. Clouston trying to send it ahead. That one intercepted. Here's Armstrong with the puck, and he couldn't settle it on the backhand. Daniel Martin ties up with him. So too does Vaughn Clouston. 2-on-1 in favor of the Birds in their own zone. Right now, Columbus doing a good job just eating up time. Longer they stay in the offensive zone, Modica cannot get out to get the extra attacker on for the Birds. This one rimmed around. Ford overskated it. Doe will have it top of the left wing circle. It's loose there. Petrantonio poked to the middle, and Modica sticked it away before a red jersey could come in on it. That was Levi Armstrong looking for the scraps. 1 minute left to go here in the third. Maldonado holds it right point, back door, and Austin Doe couldn't knock it out of the air. Crowd gets to its feet, and now Carolina can just now get out of their own zone. Modica heading towards the bench. Rutledge going to come out to play this one as they were trying to set up Gus Ford on a stretch pass. Here's Jay Krupp chipping this one down in front of the Columbus bench. Grebennikov slows it up. MJ Graham bothering him for his troubles. Grebennikov able to skate it in himself. Brad Nolan, good stick. Jay Krupp steals it away. 2-on-1, left wing side. Krupp shoots, and he sent it high over the bar. Van Weinsberg with the right wing circle. He plays one in, and a sliding block made there by Grebennikov. Give him credit for that save. 20 seconds left to go in the third. Martin moving it to the right wing side. Here's Ford, a shot. Easy save by Rutledge. Got that one in the glove. Cool as you like. And barring a miracle, the River Dragons are going to be skating to their first 3 points on the season. 13.3 left to go in the third. Dragons 3, Thunderbirds 1. And a face-off coming to the left of Rutledge. Tied up, loose in the feet. It's between the linesman's legs. Graham works it back for himself. 6 seconds left. Graham over the red line, trying to look for the empty net. And it gets blocked by Peshtuka. 2 seconds as it goes into the corner, and that'll do it. The Columbus River Dragons with their first regulation win of the year. A home opener crowd at 25-35, going home happy after a 3-1 win. Dragons go around. The Dragons go around, celebrate with Jared Rutledge picking up his first win on the season. River Dragons now move their total to 4. These two teams will lick their wounds and get ready for a rematch coming up tomorrow. Let's take a break. When we come back, the Chattahoochee postgame show starts up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boil and bag seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
It's time for the Chattahoochee postgame show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show is brought to you by Cypress Partners, Podcast 706, Chattahoochee Southern Brew House, The Jersey Shop, BioLife Plasma, and P&B Broadcasting. Now with a recap of tonight's action, here's Zach DeBozart.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas. We're here on the Chattahoochee postgame show after the River Dragons pick up their first win of the season, a 3-1 win over their rival, the Carolina Thunderbirds. Heck of a game we saw here today, and the River Dragons just kept the pedal on the floor in that third period. We'll tell you about that in a moment, but first, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
All right, man, let's look at tomorrow, shall we? Same two teams. The Thunderbirds stay in Columbus. They take on your Dragons again tomorrow night. 7:30 puck drop. Tickets are on sale at Ticketmaster right now.
We are back here, Chattahoochee postgame show. River Dragons win 3-1 in a crowd of 2,535. Going home happy, seeing their Dragons pick up the first win of the season. Third period, only goal to speak of is coming from number 20, Trevor Finch. Heck of a play set up by Hunter Bersani behind the net. More on him in just a little bit. But that goal was all to speak of in terms of the scoring summary. You know, I think Mike V said it best. This team is a very much grindy team. When you see some high scores across the Federal Prospects Hockey League, the River Dragons in 3 games have had scores of 3-2, 3-2, and 3-1. Say what you want, defensively solid, puck possession, I don't know what it is right now, but the Dragons are keeping games close, keeping them low scoring, and today it pays off. They take advantage of the Carolina miscues, and they find the back of the net more often for all 3 points tonight. Your goal scorers in this one, River Dragons started it off with Hunter Bersani, Vaughn Clouston, then evened it up on a breakaway opportunity, the only one that got by Rutledge in the first. He was then perfect in the second and third period. Second period goal went to Robert Van Weinsberg, and again, as we said, the third period goal, that belongs to Trevor Finch. 3 stars of the game as chosen here in the arena. Star number 3 will go to the goal scorer, Robert Van Weinsberg. Jared Rutledge with 24 saves on 25 shots, a solid .960 day for him. He picks up star number 2, and a 2-point night. Hunter Bersani, a goal and an assist. He gets star number 1. Let's take another break. When we come back, we have a look around the league as the Chattahoochee postgame show continues after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-pressed lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion, reunions, parties, you name it. We have a graphic designer on staff to help create the logos or graphics necessary to make your shirts unique. Here we pride ourselves in being able to deliver orders of any size at low competitive cost with no minimum quantity required to order. That's why the River Dragons trust us for all their uniform needs. Call the Jersey Shop in Columbus today, 706-565-4242.
Today, more than ever, you can rely on the trustworthy technicians at Midas for your car's needs. From scheduled maintenance to brake repairs to oil changes, suspension work, and more. Our technicians are known for their work and their word that your car will be fixed in the best way possible. Stop in your neighborhood Midas today with 2 locations in Columbus. At the corner of 13th Street and Veterans, just up the road from the Columbus Civic Center, and the other off Manchester Expressway. Midas Total Car Care. Proud sponsors of the River Dragons. Trust the Midas touch.
Does driving that old car
3-1 Dragons win here at the Columbus Civic Center Chattahoochee postgame show. I'm Zach DeBozart. Your goal scorers today, Hunter Bersani, Robert Van Weinsberg, and Trevor Finch. I think my favorite part of that particular scoring summary for Columbus, all new guys. I think a lot of River Dragons fans were maybe a little worried about this team not looking the same as last year's. At least, a majority of players weren't going to be back, and you just knew with the situation that's what it was going to be like. But I tell you what, some of these new guys are stepping up, and they are making fans of themselves. Hunter Bersani, fans might remember him. He did play 2 games last season with the River Dragons. I thought he was phenomenal. He's a very crafty, very hustle-type player, and boy, oh boy, he showed what he can do, picking up a goal and an assist today, and star number 1 on the evening. Time to take a peek around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In, Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Well, as I said, the River Dragons, they played a bit of a grindy game today. 3-1 the final score. Elsewhere in the league, they got ugly. It was barn burners. Goals were just flying in from all over the place. We start in Eastern Michigan at the McMorran Arena. We have gone final. It is Danbury 6, Port Huron 5. When we left this game, it was 5-2 in the second, heading into the third, and you thought, well, Port Huron, maybe they could do it. 6-5. Port Huron actually brought it back with an extra attacker. 1928 mark Isaiah Crawford scored. Port Huron had the last 3 goals in this game. It was 6-2 early in the third. 7:15 mark Matt Graham. 13:45 Cade Lambden, and the 1928 with the extra attacker and a power play at that, so a 6-on-4 Isaiah Crawford. But Danbury is able to shut the door and hold on for the 3 points, so the Hat-Tricks remain at the top and continue to extend their lead atop the FPHL standings. Thought that was a big game. How about coming down to the wire in Delaware? 47 seconds left to go. Binghamton looks to be holding on. 7-5 is the score right now. Again, 47 ticks left. Delaware certainly has a chance with the net pulled, but they're going to need something special. In this third period, Delaware got on the board first with Brandon Lucchesi, and then 39 seconds later, Brett Miracle for Binghamton made it back to a 3-goal game. Dan Cangelosi, though, with his second of the evening, has made it 7-5. That's the latest goal in this one. And again, 47 seconds left. Delaware's going to have to hustle. They're out shooting the Black Bears 20-14 in this third period of play. That's your look around the league, brought to you by Zelmos. Now it's time to take a peek at the Southern Hockey scoreboard. We've gone final in Western Virginia. Roanoke 6, Vermilion County 3. 6 minutes left in the third. Knoxville 2, Evansville 1. Early stages of the third period in Huntsville, the Havoc have a 2-1 lead over Pensacola. Peoria 3, Quad City 2, 3 minutes gone in the third period there. And just about through the second period in Birmingham, Fayetteville has added another one. 5-1 Marksman over the Bulls right now. That's the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Back to wrap up the Chattahoochee postgame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
Hey Columbus, have you heard of BioLife Plasma Services? It adds up. Here's how. The cash you'll earn for your time donating plasma at BioLife adds up for the things you want. And your plasma donations can add up over time to create life-changing medicine for people with rare diseases. Stop in and check us out at our new Columbus BioLife location. New donors can earn up to $300 in their first 5 plasma donations at BioLife. Visit biolifeadsup.com to schedule an appointment today.
Prepare yourself for an unparalleled golfing experience. Co-designed by Columbus resident and 1987 Masters winner Larry Mize, Maple Ridge Golf Course is a pleasure for golfers of any skill level to play. Test your accuracy with our fairways, water hazards, and sand traps. We have everything you need to challenge yourself and improve your game. Memberships available year-round by calling 706-569-0966 or book a tee time by visiting golfmapleridge.com.
Back here one final time on the Chattahoochee postgame show. Dragons win it 3-1 over the Carolina Thunderbirds. Heck of a game, 2,500 plus here in the Civic Center. It was a lot of fun. This building got loud. To see crowds over 1,500 again, what's what we were limited to last year, it's certainly a very welcome sight. And I tell you what, Mike V and I talked about it a little bit. Obviously down here, you got your high school football playoffs with Georgia and Alabama. You got your college football. But I tell you what, you can just see the passion for River Dragons hockey here. And it's only going to grow this year as this team is winning over fans. A lot of the new guys today won over fans. 3 goal scorers that fans might not have heard of coming into the year. Again, Hunter Bersani, Robert Van Weinsberg, and Trevor Finch. Jared Rutledge, a phenomenal performance. And anytime you can take 3 points from Carolina, you know that's always a good thing. Thunderbirds are now on a 3-game losing streak. River Dragons, they're on a 1-game winning streak after they only took 1 point from Port Huron. And these same 2 teams will close out this weekend series, but not close out their series against each other. The second of 2 on the weekend comes up tomorrow. 7:30 puck drop means a 7 o'clock Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show right here on the network, of course, on the YouTube channel and Beam TV as well. And then after that, you still got a week and a half of Thunderbirds and River Dragons hockey, because Friday and Saturday is going to be a home-and-home next week, and then the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, Carolina's in here one more time. It's basically going to be like a best-of-5 playoff series. If Game 1 was any indication, you're going to get some serious ramp-up as we get later on into the month of November. Can't wait to see that. Can't wait to have you alongside all the time here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Think that'll just about do it for us. Big thanks to MJ Graham, who was our Inside the Lair pregame show guest, Mike V, who joined us for a period, Dana Barker, who is our PA announcer here in the building, Taylor Blackwell running game ops from down at ice level, and our expanded broadcast crew. Let's see if I can get through everybody here. We've got Javaris Harris. We have got Jamil Hawkins, Chris Kaufman, Stephen Pierce, Connor Zays, Brandon Lane. Chris McGuire was actually running some guerrilla tactics. He was helping Carolina out with their camera over there, and Eli Hardigree was running our Jumbotron camera in here. Yeah, it's a lot more credits than it was last year. It was just about 2 or 3 guys, but y'all did a phenomenal job. It's going to be tough, obviously. First game jitters, but hey, we got through it, and the River Dragons won, so we get to take that going away. Saturday night, that's the rematch and the finale for this weekend. Again, a 7:30 puck drop here at the Civic Center. One more time, your final score. River Dragons 3, Thunderbirds 1. I'm Zach DeBozart. We'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Have a good night, everybody.